Cool, I'm back now. I'm back now. Instagram is conspiring against me. How dare them? Probably not. They don't even know who the fuck I am. Alright, well, I guess I start this again until Scuzzy Wombat gets back. Oh, wait, Scuzzy Wombat, welcome back. Dude, I don't know what happened. It just, kicked me off. No idea. So my bad, maybe? I don't know. But jump the fuck back on, dude. Whoa, you got Bell Weaver Bear. Welcome, welcome. You got kicked twice? Interesting. So I got kicked once. You got kicked twice. Weird.
Hey, fuck you, bud.
Hey, fuck you too, asshole. Dude, today was the funniest day ever.
You, you
My
got
first
fucking
day
jumped
in
in,
that
bud.
Discord chat.
You got straight jumped
literally.
in first day.
Yeah, dude, so my first message was yesterday. Hey guys, I've got no idea what the fuck Discord is at this moment. So it's like, hey guys, so other than like chats and shit, what else can this Discord machine do? And then the next day, it's
And
just the shit talking
don't
started.
be
I was like, game on. And I just went into it not knowing what the fuck I was doing. But it's like, all right, you want to talk shit? I'll talk shit too. We can have a good time. And then halfway through, I learned that this was the theme for today. And I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
dude, I didn't get it the first time they started doing it on a Friday, and I swear they missed a Friday. So I was like, no, it's
Bill
not.
Rivers like, I'm
And
not your bud guy.
hey, I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your
That was
pal,
such an
friend.
amazing episode. All the specific rhetoric with that was such an epic episode.
I'm not your son, Dad. I'm not your friend,
Bro,
Gaylord. what
I'm not your friend.
was that? What was it? That guy fucking that stole all his jokes or whatever. I don't know if he fucking did or anything. What Dane Cook?
No, it was the bike thief. Ward Bear, welcome, welcome. Love my bear tribe, welcome. Dave Chappelle, that's his name, I do believe. Could it be?
Chappelle.
Chappelle? And with the bike thief and the joke thief, we have decreed stoning.
Dude. So wait, did you see my post? On the other I'm not your pal acquaintance. Oh, to pull one out.
Yeah.
To pull one out from last night. I'm not your acquaintance, bugger. Remember that?
I'm not your fucker, faggot. No, I didn't see that, bro.
No, that was literally the last thing we did on stream last night. Remember? I looked up sodomite in the hefty tome, and then it said it's someone who touches butts or something along that line, and then it was like colon bugger.
Dude, that's just a synchronicity. I didn't see your stuff last night.
No, dude, it was me and you. It was the last thing that we talked about.
Wait, was it?
Yeah,
I was on last night?
brah.
Dude, I was so tired yesterday from waking up at the butt crack before even dawn began. And then I got hammered drunk. I'm at an advantage here.
I'm starting at under par or over par.
A little bit here. A little bit.
I'm gonna be a handicap here today. Bro, dude, I need to get some fucking mustache wax and some beard oil. I've never done shit, and I feel like it might be nice because I started doing something borderline fancy pants gay boy. And when I don't wear a hat, I'll use my fucking hair gel goo, which is probably gonna give me fucking cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I try to get the shit that smells the least like bullshit.
So I'll save you some money. You're gonna go through a phase where you buy some fucking like specialized facial hair cream,
I don't
and you're
want
gonna be
to.
like,
No, no, no.
"Ooh, I can make this my
No,
mustache
no, no,
look
no,
like
no,
a." No,
no, no, no,
no.
no. I don't want to do that. And I've already went through the phase of having been barraged by ads for beard oil and shit.
All
But
right, all right, all right.
it all seems like bullshit. I've never bought anything,
Bajo Bear, welcome.
but I haven't sank into actually researching. Like I could probably do this in like 20 minutes, but I'll fucking ask my people first. Synchronicity, we both cough.
Right.
Illuminati.
We're both a part of the Illuminati Freemasons. We have to cough in public as a sign to the world that we are part of the same organization.
You got to scratch your balls and cough at the same time, and we know what's up. Then you know, we know.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I'm usually like that nowadays. I'm like, I could look this up, or it'll be like something I've already looked up. But usually now I'm like, I'll just ask the guys, because now I got, I don't know. I'm usually always like that. I'll like ask people around me, but most of the time, like that's why I'm fucking ejectocito cuz with the Babylon shit. Usually I'll ask people around me and they'll give me dog shit opinions and like unresearched fucking pleb opinions, and I'll be like, wow, well, I'm not going to be surprised when your balls fall off in 2 months. Because
Dude, that's why I don't ask people shit for the most part. Like, unless it's bears, like trusted bears, for the most part, I don't ask people shit. I just look it up myself.
yeah, but yeah, now I got bears to ask. So yeah, I've already been through like, okay, you're a fancy pants gay boy. I'm not buying anything you fucking suggest. I've been
Well, dude,
advertised the
even
whole
some
fucking
of the bears are like that.
well, like I could hear that happening, but no, dude, I don't use anything smelly, and I read about the no shampoo shit, and I was doing no shampoo for a while, but then I still use my regular I just use my soap, and I have like hippie soap where it's just like straight like fat soap, and then it has some sandalwood
Right.
scent in it. Um, and then I just use that on my whole body now. And then I have like some minimal cedar wood fucking armpit shit. And then
Well, like,
I put cedar oil in my beard and then on my wrists. And I smell like cedar, bitch.
so your knowledge of these things is not necessarily mutually exclusive of like prima donna, like fancy pants bears. And so what I'm saying is I've met multiple bears like in person that are like fancy pants prima donna, just like, the fuck, you really call yourself a bear? Like, who the fuck are you? And I've also met bears who literally say that they don't brush their teeth, and in meeting them in person, their breath does not smell.
Dude,
So it's like
I've been using
a lot of
turpentine.
the hippie shit works, but just because the hippie shit works doesn't like increase or decrease your value as a bear.
No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. No, I totally get that. I totally get that. I'm just trying to get yeah, exactly, like Bajo Bear's talking
Bajo
about.
Bear made his own
Like
beard wax. That's fucking awesome.
dude, by the way, Bajo Bear, fucking hit me up with that shit. I'll buy fucking some of your shit.
Bajo Bear.
That's
That's
exactly
how you start a business.
that's
Oh, hey,
how that's how I
Nick, we
keep
were just
shit.
talking about you.
Nick, what up? Um that's how I'm like with anything I make, I try to keep all the fucking ingredients down. I'm like, just keep to the fucking basics, make sure it's good sourced. So like hearing that 3 or 4 ingredients, that's bomb. What the fuck? You you fucking dude, it is aggro Friday. Oh, that's good. All right.
Oh no,
All right,
that's just Nick and Bajo talking to each other. That's just natural. That happens every day. Also, Nick and Bajo, there's this Discord fucking thingamajigger that
Yeah,
Scuzzy
Nick.
invited me to.
Get on.
It's really awesome. So
Yeah,
Scuzzy, if you want to throw that in the chat, um,
I'll do it after because it'll fucking kick me because I'm just on my phone. But
oh, word.
Nick and Bajo, I'll fucking send you invites after this shit.
Yeah, dude, Nick and Bajo are trusted bears. I fucking love both of them.
Yeah, bro, you guys are on the level. And Bell Reaver too.
Oh yeah, of course, definitely Bell Reaver. I think is Ward Bear already part of the Discord?
I don't know. We'll get him in too.
Oh
Fucking
no. I talked to Ward Bear on an Instagram live chat today. So yeah, if you could join Ward Bear, Bell
so he
Reaver.
so he's sketchy.
No, dude, he's fucking awesome.
Just fucking.
Yeah, he's super sketchy. Never talk to him again. He's like the devil.
He's got a war beard, man. He'll fucking gut your whole family.
He has war in his name, so he's super scary. We should avoid him and never talk to him again.
His beard inspires fucking genocide.
Exactly. Every single follicle of hair that he continues to grow kills more people every day. Birdie Bear, welcome. We're currently mocking Ward
What's up,
Bear's
Birdie?
amazing name. Oh, also Birdie Bear. I saw the whole thing. I forget which chat it was in. I just joined the Discord thingy. I'm pointing to it like you can see my computer, retard.
Yeah, can't you see it? It's right over there.
I just joined the
What are you, blind?
Bear Island Discord, and the whole like thingamajig where they did the Photoshop of your face on all the people with like guns and shit. Hilarious. Ward Bear is also a vet and hasn't been sharing his free drugs with me. Bell Reaver, I just watched that stream. Oh my goodness. Watching Owen Benjamin mock veterans on Veterans Day.
Yeah, I saw you.
Thing
I saw you make
I've
that post
ever
giggling.
seen.
I knew you got it. That was fucking funny.
Dude, so
Yeah,
like
that's some good shit.
I took a like 1 minute clip and posted it myself. And that one
Yeah,
minute
I
clip
invited him yesterday.
and that 1 minute clip of Owen mocking veterans on Veterans Day, like I literally had to record it
Yeah.
4 or 5 times because
You were just giggling like a little bitch.
couldn't stop laughing. And so when I hit the like play to listen to the recording before I posted it, my laughing ruined the clip of Owen mocking veterans. And so I had to and it's like, all right, asshole, go fucking laugh. And like record. And I kept failing, dude. It was so funny. But it's like on one hand, like, yeah, I get it. Like I've dealt
He did do B. He did do B.
Gamma Drama Mama Bear, welcome. Like
Gamma
it's
Drama
funny for me because like yes, I've had the dreams and like I've been addicted to opiates and like literally everything Owen was mocking, like I've done. Like I went through that whole process. And so now that I'm on the back end of that, it's just like that's so on fucking point. Like if I had heard these jokes like the day after I got out of the Marine Corps, maybe that would have saved me a couple of steps in the journey. I don't know.
Yeah. I gotta load the. Oh fuck! I'm gonna burn my shit.
What do you have going on? I hear squeaking. Are aliens invading the house? Oh no!
I gotta load the wood stove before I run out of coals.
So nice.
Yeah, bro. Gotta keep it warm up here. Did you see my post? I was like within like 2 feet. I don't know, man. I almost pet Bambi yesterday.
No way. I didn't see that post, but that sounds dope. And Bajo Bear.
It was
I've
in
been
general
weird for
homesteading.
2 years now. And honestly, you know that whole cliche of like, the more you shave your beard, the more it grows. I've been easy. I've never actually done the research to figure it out. But
This is how you load a wood stove.
Thank you for said visual instruction, and introduction on a very important topic.
All right. You get
But
that? You put that
dude,
shit
I've
in
been
there.
thinking about shaving my whole beard off. Like,
Get some
like
fucking
seeing like, will my beard
little
grow
bit of
back
paper.
6 months from now? Like, will the rate of growth increase? Well, Nick,
What?
that's something we can like experiment with. Your comment and your doubt actually kind of makes me want to shave my beard a little bit more. Like, let's just see what happens, and like let's see how my
No.
beard grows, like under the scrutiny of the bear community. That would be funny.
If you cut your beard off and regrow it, then glue it back on over and over again, that's fucking retarded. You fucking tart.
Yeah, I'm gonna shave off my whole beard, and the next day I'm gonna glue it back on like a White Girl Valley extensions. Like, hey guys, look how quickly I grow my beard back.
That would be the most fucking shit.
Bosnia bear, welcome.
Laugh
No,
my
dude,
ass
like,
off.
the most legitimate reason why that is like just ridiculously non like plausible is probably 3 or 4 trunk rallies ago, I painted half my face blue like Braveheart, and I had a big old flag, a bunch of trunk hat and like all that shit, like a jersey and stuff, and like literally trunk shoes.
Can't take the game serious.
And I was the trunk man. And even the couple of rallies that I showed up with, like where I painted my whole face, just the effort of painting half my face blue and then having to wash it off in the shower like later on that day, I was just like, oh, I don't really like trunk that much. And so I just stopped doing it and I kept showing up. Flo Calware, welcome. Hey, Flo Cal, what'd you think of this morning's stream? Oh, also, I missed a bunch of fucking comments. It's my bad, guys. Chris, welcome. Oh, your cousin is awake, bro? Bajo, that's fucking awesome. Birdie Bear. Well, I understand I also enjoy my beard, but as a social experiment, there's 2 reasons why that could potentially be a good idea. A, we could, as the bear community, monitor my beard growth. That would be a fun little social experiment. But B, the main reason why like my hair is all long, like I'm like, look how long my hair is. Like, before I tell you the reason of this experiment, I'm like long ass hair.
Fire!
And so the reason why I started growing my hair out was because I did a study on the U.S. military's research program on Navajo recruits in the Vietnam War with respect to their tracking skills. The initial several batches of draftees of Native Americans, they were all shaved, given their little special army haircuts, and they were specifically drafted for their tracking skills. After their haircuts, they weren't able to do their thing in Vietnam, and so the army's like,
That's far.
And so then the next round of Native American draftees, they let them keep their hair, and they were able to do their tracking thing. And over the decades, much research has been done, but basically, hair follicles are, the hypothesis is that hair follicles are an extension of the neural network of the human body. And due to this neural extension, that increases not only the potential IQ, but also...
Fucking hated it when I had a crew cut. It's bullshit.
Say again?
Fucking, I hated it when I had a crew cut. It's bullshit. So that's why kids don't like getting their fucking hair cut.
Well, dude, that's the most fascinating thing. Is even though I know all this shit, I also know about like all this social programming, blah blah blah.
There
So
we
it's like
go.
when I'm moving to Idaho in March of next year, I
Yeah,
might
bro.
get a haircut and shave
What?
just
What?
because like that's like the normal thing, and like I'm moving to a new community that I'm not familiar with the everyday thing to thing, and I know that just statistically speaking that most military aged males in that area have short hair and shaved faces. I'm not so prideful or egotistical where it's like, oh, I've been growing my hair for so long. I need to keep it to be a special boy. No, like, I get it. I'm moving to a new area. And so if that's something that is logically like deduced, yeah, why not? No big deal.
Well,
Because that
why be
also
so sensitive to it? Just fucking do your thing, bud.
because that also gives me the
How?
opportunity to test my hypothesis. Because if indeed me growing out all these extra hair follicles has any sort of quantitative effect on my IQ or like um,
You'll be
intellectual
able to know.
capacity in any way, shape, or form,
You already
like
tested it.
how it could affect had a negative effect when the Native Americans had their haircut, then I will notice that day one once I get my haircut, and that would be interesting in and of itself. I mean, I may take an IQ hit, but no big deal. I'll get it back soon.
Dude, I disagree because you're gonna be showing up in foreign territory, and don't take this the wrong way. Don't cut me off. You're gonna be
Dude,
showing up in foreign territory.
today's what is it? Aggro Friday. Be like whatever you're about to say. You just turn
Hey,
down the
fuck you,
dial.
bud.
Be nice. Do the opposite. Turn up the dial two or three things, and try and be insulting as you say this.
No, hold your
Aww.
fucking own. Hold your fucking own, and instantly autistic. Uh, as if he's not. There you go. I'm just gonna do it sly now.
I can appreciate that. It's definitely much more clever.
Um, so no. Dude, you're gonna be in new territory. Not foreign territory, but you're gonna be in new territory. You would want you would want that tracking ability because you want to be able to hit the ground running, and you're gonna need to learn new territory immediately. It's gonna be advantageous. You've already done the study. You already know how it works. You can already make the connection if you just sit there and fucking thunk about it and be
That's
like,
so logical. Like
dude,
I literally hadn't thought about the most obvious. Dude, you're so fucking right.
dude, I'm not gonna fucking cut my goddamn hair. Dude, that's part of the reason why I feel like I have a hard time going anywhere. But I don't. Like I go anywhere I go, I might use GPS the first time. Um, but the second time I don't. The second time I do everything like when people try to tell me fucking street names, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like tell me go off fucking Eisenhower Road. I'm like, fuck it, Eisenhower. What the fuck does he have in this fucking road? Fuck that guy. I'm like, no, give me fucking landmarks. Tell me like how many miles, tell me like what I'm passing, go past the fucking reservoir, hit the big fucking oak and go left. And then go fucking couple miles past the big red barn and head up the mountain. That kind of shit. So like you're gonna want to be able to track when you get there.
Well, so Bosnia Bear, before I respond to your shit, Bosnia Bear, I've been growing my hair much longer. Get on my level, bitch. I'm being excessively aggressive because apparently today's Aggro Friday. But like, yeah, I've got a very similar vibe where, like, according to the back of my driver's license, I'm not legally allowed to drive without glasses. I can count on one hand, the amount of times I've driven with glasses before, and most of the time it was just because like I was curious to see what it felt like. and the main way that I get around my city is I just memorized all the streets, and
Yeah.
when I get to a new area of the city that I've never been in before, I just quickly
Just
memorize the
fucking
street,
just
and
figure
then
it
I get
out.
lost. It's not
Ain't that
that hard.
tough?
Like if
Yeah.
I remember how the streets are laid out. Handy Adam Bear, welcome, brother. I was
And
just so on my YouTube channel. I'll come back. I know this is a kind of divergent thing, but it's Handy Adam Bear. Handy Adam Bear. I just was uploading almost all of
the
the
fuck you that
JapJap streams on my YouTube channel, JapJap Bear, and like
fucking thing.
I
You wanna go
noticed
outside?
almost all of the
Come
streams
here.
between 11
Come here, dude.
and 20 either
So,
had you,
you know, like a
Shayna,
snack?
Baja Bear, and I thought it was hilarious.
Whoa. What?
Oh goodness,
That?
just lost my train of thought. What was I just responding to you about?
I don't know, because I had this cat yelling at me. He's like groaning like he's got a fucking like rock turd coming out or something.
Oh,
He's like, "Oh." Sounded like he was in pain, but he's just sitting there bitching.
Baja Bear, how everyone's been telling me to do a whole YouTube channel with all the late night with JapJaps and like all this stuff. Now that I'm starting Good Morning Gravy, and then in the next couple of days I'm gonna start doing Midday Media Minute or something. Like there's some other alliteration, I forget it right now, but I've got another alliteration like silly name for like midday like comical media thing. So it'll be like Good Morning Gravy talking about this is an over 100-year-old Psalm book.
Dude, that's
With,
good to do
like,
good morning gravy because you can fucking sleep on whatever subject you're thinking about and just wake up with it fresh.
well, see, that's the beauty of it. Is so like let me give you an example. So let's say I just woke up. I just opened up the first page. So this is kind of like a recap of episode 1. Is this first hymn is called God, His Being, and Attributes. And it's based off of Romans chapter 1, verse 20. And so in Good Morning Gravy, I would read the like
Hey,
Romans
cat.
1:20, and then
Yo.
I would give some biblical context, and then I would read this whole hymn,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then
I'm
if you
talking.
guys want me to read the hymn, I can. But
Come
then
on. You want some of this shit?
then I would bring
Shit.
in the entirety of the biblical hymn in towards like more biblical context and just talk about that a little bit. And then the second portion of Good Morning Gravy is this is also a book that's over 100 years old,
Hey,
but this is not like biblical stuff.
what
This
the
is
fuck are you doing?
medical stuff. And so I read a little bit of biblical stuff, give it or biblical hymns,
Get it.
give it some biblical context, and then
Get that
I
shit.
read
Get
the
'em.
medical book, and the whole intro, like that's what I kind of fucked up earlier today, this morning, is I learned that so the first time I tried to record Good Morning Gravy episode 2 this morning, I was playing Stephen Curtis Chapman, Live It Out Loud, because it was like it's a whole like song that I really enjoy. So like the thing is like as people are coming in, if they want to watch it live, like the first like minute or two is like me playing some like Christian song that I personally really enjoy. And today
Yeah,
the
he's
song
just
that I
bitching.
selected got my Instagram stream cut off and canceled like 7 minutes in. So I did like an hour of research and figured out how to do it. And so this morning, I figured out that if I do it in 1 minute segments and then do a little bit of commentary, I won't get kicked off. So I think I found a loophole. And
Yeah.
so that's basically what's gonna happen. It'll be like I'll start playing this like super famous Christian song for about a minute or so, and then like hey blah blah blah, welcome everybody, like commentary, and then play a little bit more, and then commentary, and then start up the hymns, and the Bible reference, and then do the medical stuff. And then if anyone's on there live, then at the very end get commentary on what people think about it. But this is kind of a new thing. It is 6 in the fucking morning, which is really inconvenient, but it's worth it. And so even though no one's logged on yet, actually no, one person logged on and watched a little bit of it before I got kicked off earlier today. But
I saw the second half.
Yeah, Birdie Bear. So even though no, I haven't really gotten exposure to the last half of my idea of talking to people about the stream. I even doing just 2 episodes just by myself, I really enjoy that concept. Well, Birdie Bear, I'm glad you could be here. Oh yeah, Bosnia Bear. Understanding time is non-linear. I noticed a trend over these past couple of months is whenever I would yeah, Indiana Bear. It's 8 a.m. for me. Way too early. Dude, Indiana Bear. I have to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning to think and ponder about such things and pray. It's really inconvenient, but I know that it's going to be worth it. And normally, as of 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. My dad said that quote to me, parroted that quote to me all the time growing up. Turns out that's a quote from Benjamin Franklin. So probably not the best role model. But either way, just having made that sacrifice of waking up a little bit early just twice and speaking basically to myself, it was the content and the I guess heart space behind the content where it's all right, this is something really good to focus on, God, first thing in the morning. I'm not a mountain, I'm a mountain man. Bosnia Bear, you live in the Balkans. Of course you're a mountain man.
Yeah, but I am the mountain.
You are the mountain. You make all mountain men look like children in comparison to you.
Dude, look up
the mountain.
All right, use your newfound Instagram hacking skills paired with YouTube and play I Am the Mountain. Stoned Jesus.
I am the mountain. By Stoned Jesus?
And play the one that's shorter, because one of them has a huge introduction.
Yeah, the one that's not 20 minutes. The one that's not an hour long. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I think the proper one is 13 minutes, and the shorter one is 10.
The proper one is 13 minutes?
Yeah, bro.
I'm trusting you.
Yep, that's it. That song is great.
Are we listening to the whole 13 minutes? Alright, let me know when to cut it off, bro. I'm trusting you.
Dude, the song is great.
Bosnia Bear? Bajo Bear is a machine. He's currently a self-sufficient AI learning how to build airships. Don't you worry about Bajo Bear. Bajo Bear, you're too Mexican to look like a raccoon. How dare you? Aww.
All right, skip 3 minutes in.
Say again, skip how long in?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right, roger that.
Beep, boop, motherfucker. What do you want, cat?
Hey guys, everyone thinks Birdie Bear thinks we're funny, so Yay. Now we're 4 minutes in. Ah, damn, still not hot. Woo.
Oh, you get that free heroin?
Oh, yes. All the free heroin. Side note, like, my medical file from the military is legitimately, like, this thick. And because of that, I live in Arizona currently, and so medical marijuana is a thing, but, like, recreational marijuana, like Colorado and California and shit, is not. And so, in order for me to smoke a fucking plant that I can grow on the patio of my little apartment,
Mm-hmm.
it's $300 a year. I did that for several years, and then I was just like, ah. Or I could just buy it for my buddy and not spend $300 for a license of nonsense.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah. Anyways, your wonderful song. We're 5 minutes in. Is it gonna get good now? I skipped
Like,
3, like you told me to.
yeah, like 3 minutes in is where it like starts slapping.
All right. So now that we're
Yeah,
according to
right
that
there.
logic, now that we're 5 minutes in, it should be really slapping.
No, you got to be there for the break.
So you're saying that I should start it at
Right,
right about
right
3 minutes?
where it was.
Minutes and 13 seconds. Is it really gonna be slapping?
I said what I said, motherfucker.
All right, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, bitch. Because Aggro Friday, motherfucker, and fuck you.
Try me, bitch. Mountain high. Yeah, dude, this is a part.
And I'm a super gay guy.
Slow. Hey, fuck you. It's a slow build. A big what?
This song is so slow.
You just can't handle it. Birdie, he joined yesterday. I gave him an invite
So much
yesterday.
fun to make a parody about. On the valley. Goodness, dude.
Hey, fuck you, bud. Watch. Next week, you're going to be like, this is the greatest fucking song ever.
Watch. They're gonna be a little bit less gay. Watch.
Up yours.
I feel so much more comfortable mocking you now that I know it's Aggro Friday. Oh yeah, Birdie Bear. Like, I'm in tears laughing right now. This is so funny. Is this song still slapping, by the way?
This beat is fire.
Fire! This is fire music, guys.
Shut the fuck up. We're gonna fucking ban you.
If I had like this much more pattern recognition, then I'd be able to mock the entire second refrain right now.
Here it comes. Bitch.
So the main reason why I'm laughing so insanely hard right now is because, like, I don't have the high pattern. I don't have. We'll play the rest of your song in a second. I want to make a comment because this will also probably help me with copyright shit. So fuck you, asshole. But
Fuck you, bud.
the reason why I'm laughing so
Me.
insanely hard
Ooh.
is because I don't have the high enough or quick enough pattern recognition to like mock this song quickly enough. But like as I hear the like patterns go, I can mock it in real time, like to myself. But like if I had a higher like pattern recognition, then I would have recognized the pattern of the first stanza and then been able to mock the second stanza that's now playing. And because now I'm recognizing the pattern of the second stanza, it's
All
much
right.
more funny.
All right. All right. All right. Are you getting to a fucking point?
I just think the song is really gay, but I still trust you. Maybe it may slap soon.
Well,
What's up?
it's a gorgeous song.
Oh yeah, dude, super gorgeous song. Like great melody, but like labeling a song it's good because it slaps is
No.
overall.
No, it doesn't slap. It has a great guitar solo.
Well, dude, the whole background of the guitar is like really beautiful to be quite honest.
Yeah, but
It's just like,
here,
the really flowy, melodic, really easy flowing pattern of the vocals is really easy to mock. That's it.
okay, I hear you there. You got a point, but
That's it.
no,
It's a really good song. It's just also really easy to mock,
but it's also "Fuck You Friday."
which is why it's that much easier to mock. You picked the wrong day to share a song, but
Came to the wrong saloon, partner.
you fucked up in ignorance, in naivety, because this is late night with JapJap, and you trusted me too much. So I will be equally, I guess, open in choices of song. This is a song that I thoroughly enjoy.
You're gonna put it out right before the guitar solo. It's literally like a few seconds away.
Then we'll listen to the rest of your song.
Not the rest of it, just the guitar solo.
Just let me know.
Here it is.
Are we never gonna stop being gay?
Whatever, man.
It's not off harmony. Well, maybe there's no argument.
Yeah, man. If I was at my desk, I'd be roaring this shit.
Bosnia Bear, how does what work?
Non-linear time. Non-linear time means everything is happening at the same time, depending on your position and things. Here's the more
Wait, what's up?
scuzzy.
You were saying things, and I was too busy listening to your song to hear you. What were you saying?
Well, what I was saying was first they swim, and next they swim.
Tracking.
Yeah.
And so, based on that basic foundation, where do you proceed?
No, nonlinear time is a concept that can be graphed out in.
Madonna or Birdie.
Shit.
Birdie Bear, I think you're the funniest lady I've ever had contact.
Maybe. Yeah, she's kind of cute.
Well, no, she was the one that that did the guacamole on her face, right?
What?
Do you remember that? She did the whole guacamole on her face, in the whole mask video thing. That's how I know her. And I've seen her a couple of times in the chat or heard her referenced, and she's always hilarious. So good for you, man. It's fucking awesome. The Virgin Madonna, that song grossed me out. Well, Bajo Bear, the fact that you know about that song grosses me out.
Yeah, Bajo, what the fuck are you talking about? Fuck, man. Give me
Bosnia
back your
Bear, if you watch Owen's streams, then get with the times, you Luddite. How dare you?
yeah, literally get with the non-linear times, you luddite. I can't even fucking remember. I don't even fucking remember what a luddite is. But
Wait, you don't time travel and levitate and simultaneously mind read? The fuck? Where have you been?
get on my fucking level, bud.
Bro, like, I love you. I understand that you're taking your journey, but learn to fucking levitate. What the fuck, bro?
Fucking pleb. You fucking pleb. I bet you still walk, you dumb bitch.
All right, are we still
No,
listening to more of your song?
no, you're good.
Oh, cool.
Bosnia
So,
Bear. Fucking non-linear time is a concept that all time is happening at the same time, that the concept of time as a procedural thing only works um, under certain conditions. Like if you have to do A, then B, then C, yes, that's linear time. But
correct.
when you're looking at a more zoomed out big picture type perspective on things, it is something that is better understood as being all possibilities are available at all times, and that multiplicity can be occurring at all times. Like you can, it's basically like 0 point choice. It's basically like the fucking opposite of what your fucking mother said, of being like, you're not the center of the universe. Well, actually, according to the Bible, you kind of fucking are, because
Well, so that's not entirely
God
correct.
God loves every single one of us, and we all have our own path. And it's really fucking weird when you start actually having the consciousness to be able to track your position and track other people's position when you get into a position of leadership or points of leading teams, and you start watching things interact with each other. You know what I'm talking about. When you start tracking and trying to predict people's positions, you can see that what
So,
JapJap asked a question. Yes, you can
I've
go
got a
pee.
question. May I
May
ask a
may
question?
you use the bathroom? Can you?
Please, may I please sir, have some more? So, if
Pizza.
indeed you said like when the whole like you're not the center of the universe that my mom said, and then you said like no, it's the exact opposite, and that you are indeed the center of the universe. Am I misquoting you? Am I saying something incorrect from your opinion?
Well, it's probably not exactly that, but it's kind of ironic.
Can you flesh that out
Because
a little bit more? Because if everyone's the center of the universe, is that not the no like no
no,
last Scotsman theory or whatever, no true Scotsman theory?
you'll have to break that down after I flesh this out. But what I no, I kind of do stand behind that, because the thing is you can see shit switch up. That's why I was um, talking about tracking multiple people's positions and tracking different patterns, and seeing all that. Shit can switch up really quick. It's not always like points of progress and tracking can switch up at any point. And it happens based off of each person's control, and God's providence is unbounding. So it it kind of do be like that. But then when you put it at a lower consciousness level or a lower awareness, and this is most people's, and it's not like I mean, I've seen a lot of things, but when you put it through common senses of storytelling, um, it appears very hard to fathom that things can instantly switch up. But I've seen it happen a million times. where you think things are going to go one way, and then because everyone has free will, everyone has their ability, and everyone is the center of their own universe. They are the center of their own being. So maybe universe isn't the proper term to be using here, but it holds validity in the uh, ephemeral sense that everyone has their own choices, and you may have a high degree of prediction or tracking, but this is exactly the fucking reason why AI has such a hard time trying to track people, where really they have an easy time tracking people that they have in sedation or, common societal norms.
They have an easy.
Yeah, that's right. I said it, bitch. But a man God can do anything.
They have
He's
an easy time
right.
tracking people who are sedated.
Yeah. You think it's funny, but it's goddamn true.
On a more metaphysical perspective, but dude, just the literal concept of that is hilarious.
Well, the sad thing is it's true. Sad thing is it's true, and from those poppy fields you fucking defended, or no, you didn't do that, but you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't defend them, but yes,
No,
I did burn them and see them with my own eyes and kill people for them. So yes, blood is on my hands. I get it.
well, no, but you understand the concept that's highly profitable sedation.
Oh yeah. Well,
Like,
I just found it so funny because the literal concept of what you say, you were saying it on a higher metaphysical level, which is very true.
and then
But the literal way in which you said it was just so insanely comical, bro. Like, think about it. Like, yeah, they're really good at tracking people who are in a coma.
Yeah, stick around. You'll hear more. Stick around. You'll see this shit happen all day. Rarely do I really get into stride. Usually I'm like, I jump around so much that I try to like feel people out. But, JapJap here. JapJap's my nigga.
For sure.
But yeah, that's the whole thing with AI is that's why they have to push sedation and push, that's why they're trying to do the whole contact tracing and things, because they need to data mine for more of people's patterns to be able to predict what they're going to do. And they still lack those areas of data.
Well,
here, I'm gonna pocket here for a second.
Let me know when you're back.
I'm just picking up this food that's boiling.
So can you hear me while we're waiting for you to get back?
You're good. Yeah, go
The
ahead.
reason why I would beg to differ is because, like, while I entirely agree with you about data mining, et cetera, and as implement of control, the powers that be, they are comfortable enough to where they are already planned. Like, there are at least half a dozen smart cities already under construction. And according to Agenda 2030, the whole plan is that citizens of these smart cities will have ownership of nothing. They will just rent everything in their sphere of existence. And
yeah,
I see that whole agenda. I've done the research.
Yeah, live stream. Hey, Birdie, you should go check out Amy's live stream. See what she's doing.
Amy does live streams?
This is the first time I've ever seen it, but I just saw the notification pop up.
Oh, good for her. Yeah, Birdie, go jump on that. Like, she's gonna teach you
Let us know what's happening.
For sure. I would love to get some intel on that stream. But at the same time, like, we're already doing something ourselves.
you fucking think they're? What the fuck do you think they're doing with the with those big ass ghost cities that are up in China and like all?
Oh, dude, that was all
That's prep.
uh Bright Day Sahiri, welcome. The whole ghost city
Right?
over in China, the whole reason why they were doing that is because these government-funded construction companies were like, all right, the more buildings we make, the more we can increase our profit margin. And that's all they were thinking about. And then on another level, the Chinese Communist Party
So
was like,
use it.
the construction companies didn't care. They only cared.
They're not gonna care. What the fuck are they gonna do? They had to follow the plan.
It's very compartmentalized. So the construction company, all they cared about was getting government funding to make the buildings. And they're like, the more buildings we make, the more money we make. Great. And the Chinese,
your enemy.
Everything is, hear me out, because everything is so compartmentalized. The Chinese CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, was coming from the viewpoint of like, oh, the more money we put into the construction, Farm Ryan, welcome. The more money we put into the farming industry, it seems as though that increases our GDP. We're too lazy or too dishonest to do the research into it and then publish it to the rest of the CCP. Because if we expose like huge economic deficits in the CCP, then I get killed. So it's much easier to lie. And so like this whole cycle built over a course of 2 or 3 decades. And
dude,
so
I hear you.
Where do you disagree? Tell me why.
I hear you, but you're making... Nigga, didn't you read fucking Art of War?
I did. You mean
Art of Warfare? Yes, Sun Tzu.
Literally right here in my bookshelf.
Dude, Sun Tzu. Stay strapped or get clapped.
Oh, so you're saying that this is like a opposing movement where they're trying to tell the world that they're weak, in reality they're economically strong?
No, it's prep is all I'm saying. They may not be able to use it for X amount of time, but they're going to be fucking moving. They're probably going to end up trying to fucking move people around with all these fucking bullshit plans they got going on. And the fucking Asians, dude, you're being kind of disrespectful to, well, it's not your people, but you're being disrespectful to your people's enemy, which is still going off of Sun Tzu. You're underestimating your enemy. Do not underestimate your enemy.
So I understand the accusations you're making, but that being said, is how much do you know about the Belt Road Initiative?
That's the one
do you know about the specific CCP economic policies with specific countries in Africa?
The one, yeah, no, I've went down that rabbit hole where they're building towns, they're doing pipelines, they're doing railways, things like that. Yeah.
Yes. To the point where
that doesn't
the Chinese Communist Party got the building contract for the African Union headquarters, and then they put like audio bugging devices in the headquarters.
Yeah, that doesn't read as prep for you?
Well, obviously it's prep, but the thing that I find most interesting is so one of the most heavily pro-CCP allies in the Belt and Road Initiative is Pakistan. Pakistan is no longer like so much of a big fan of China because of the financial reasons. And then we go to the String of Pearls portion of that in the Indian Ocean and the whole Asian Nations League.
Will you tell him to shut up?
Am I shutting?
He won't stop. The cat. Tell him to shut up. He won't stop bitching.
So then
damn, that bitch is going.
Leagues the whole Asiatic League is turning against China. In addition to that, the reason why the League is turning against China is because of the Quad: America, Australia, India, and Japan. And as all these like geopolitical things are consolidating, it's
Yeah.
basically like America and a variety of different groups of alliances are slowly coming together because China's being a douche, and it's slowly like China's literally strangling it through poor diplomatic policy.
Fuck is this? Yeah, it's generally unwise moves being made, but dude, it's not like it's not going to be something. Well, no, it could fuck them up, but I would posit
with like internal Chinese politics?
Huh?
Are you familiar with internal Chinese politics?
Not recently. I know how they operate. I've watched them enough to know that they don't do shit for nothing.
So, do you know who Xi Jinping is?
Oh, Winnie the Pooh?
Yep. Do you know who Zhao Zimin is?
Is he the military commander or something?
Zhao Zimin was the president 2 presidents ago, and
Oh,
Zhao Zimin is the main political leader of Xi Jinping. And so
okay.
right now, like, there's a pretty significant like civil war within the Chinese Communist Party between Zhao Zimin and Xi Jinping,
Oh, okay.
and what's influencing a lot of Chinese politics right now. And so if you're not intimately familiar with like who's on whose side and like blah 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 all that, then like you're missing a whole aspect about Chinese politics.
Hmm. All right. Well, um, like I say, I just have known a lot of Asians, and I've known a lot of how they work. Dude, I've honestly known a lot of.
Is in literally still in Japan.
I grew well. Okay, cool. You got me up. But no, I grew up in whatever. Yeah, actually, you may not, because I grew up in San Jose. I grew up in the fucking Bay Area,
Oh yeah,
and I was connected with a lot of high ranking like people. Like people leave there and then they go to the fucking tech to Silicon Valley, and there's like big
San
movers.
Jose is a good touche. Like I may have family, but you're like you were in San Jose, touche.
Yeah, but no, I grew up a white minority, dude. I had one good white friend before I moved out here. I had one good white friend. I got the N-word pass like early on. Early on.
The word pass?
The nigga pass.
Tracking.
Yeah, man, I was banging. But
it's funny both ways. I don't know why.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just kind of know from a distance how they operate, and I've known insights from people that have been high ranking in several different sects of the government, law, health, things like that. Hey, living. But yeah, like, so the point I'm getting at is that I don't think that it's going to be for nothing. I think that it may. I think most of the things that we see are feints, and then they end up being actually utilized down the road. Like, think about every fucking like think about every single conspiracy theorist fodder point. Like all of the cards getting set up, and then 30 years later, 100 years later, 200 years later, they pull the cord, and they actually do the thing. You
Well,
know?
are you familiar with the Battle of Hastings? 1066, William the
Oh,
Conqueror.
it's I can't recall it right now, but I remember the name.
Yeah, a super famous battle. So basically, what happened was Harold the Great was the current king of England, and there was this whole like dispute about who should be the proper king of England, and so Harold Hardrada from Norway invaded, and also William the Conqueror from Normandy invaded. So what happened was first Harold Hardrada got his ass fucking kicked by Harold the Great. But then William the Conqueror came in like days later, and for Harold the Great to move his army, what's up?
William who?
William the Conqueror, William the First of Normandy,
Okay,
and so
I may
when
be
William the
related.
First, what's up?
I may be related.
Possibly, one of my best friends in high school was related to him. Um, and so what happened was Harold the Great's army was on this big hill, and then William the Conqueror's army was down here. And so what would happen was William the Conqueror's army, his cavalry would move up and like skirmish with the Harold the Great's guys, and then they would feign a retreat, and then a bunch of the spearmen and shit would run down like, ah, we're winning, and charge, and then
Dude,
the
feints
cavalry
are
would
not
turn around and fucking slaughter all of them. And
feints
the
are not to be
majority of the
understood.
battle. What's up?
Feints are not to be underestimated, man.
Mm,
Juking, feinting, strafing, dude, powerful moves.
exactly.
Powerful moves. I
That's
don't play,
literally
I
how
don't
that battle was
play a
won.
lot of war games because I start shit and I end shit. I'll be completely non-responsive until it actually hits the tipping point, and then I end it. And
Exactly.
I employ high tactic. Like, yeah. Usually I'm the one putting off the vibe of trying to give out the good, being the first one to start the interaction, or trying to start the reciprocation. But when it's not received or not reciprocated, I'll take note and won't acknowledge it outwardly, but it's always on the list. And
Yeah,
then,
man. That's exactly how I run my ship.
yeah, and then once it hits the tipping point, it's like you get a chance to address it based on how I evaluate your personality. I may give you some time to think on it, but if you put the wrong message back out, then it's on.
Like so, for example, uh, a couple years back, I owned a 4-bedroom house, and I had a couple of my buddies move in with me. They had or they claimed to have a hard summer, and just in Arizona, like in the restaurant industry, summers are financially hard. Having been in the industry, I was like, oh yeah, I feel your pain, and I because I like felt their pain, but was not holding them accountable, I opened myself up. And so these friends of mine that were living under my roof, like they were like, "Oh, I can't pay rent this month, man. Like summer's so hard." Like, "Oh, dude, I totally get you. Like the restaurant industry in summer's hard. Like just like I owe you. Like pay me back like whenever you can because they're my
Yeah.
friends." Like I assumed they would stay in honor. And fast forward a couple months, one of those friends who just happened to have a very particular sized hat,
Oh, really now?
a large sum of money. And instead of choosing to pay me back any of that money, he just was like, "Hey, man, I've got to move out tomorrow." Basically, like it wasn't like tomorrow, but it was like a week or two. And like he didn't tell me at all until he was about to close on a house that he had just purchased with his inheritance money.
Are you a gypsy?
And like the funniest thing about that was his best friend, who also lived in my house, who I also thought was my friend, happened to have a higher level of melatonin and happened to think that several of my belongings should just desire to travel with him to this new place. He wasn't stealing. He was like, I think these items want to travel with me. So when I discovered these missing items and traveled to this new place and confronted said bike thief, I was like, hey man, what the fuck? He's like, and it just was like slack jawed as I packed all my things into this like bag and like reacquired them.
Motherfuckers.
Dude, it was nonsense on nonsense on nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some shit. I mean, usually with that shit, I'll like write it off. Like it's not even about the thing. It's about the fucking principle.
Well, yeah, like up until the point that like even after these two guys that they entirely fucked me over in a variety of ways, had they just been honest and apologized, we would still be friends to this day. But it was the principle of the matter of they refused to apologize. It's like, dude, I'm literally catching you in the act right now, and you're still too prideful to apologize? Like, come on, like, we can still be friends. And they're like, nope, you're bad. I was like, fuck, man, come on.
I was like, fuck, man, I'm literally taking a shit right now.
Well, I'm actually peeing sitting down because recently I heard one of my own streams where I was like just like openly peeing and like because most of my streams I'm like hammered out my ass. I don't really give a shit and like no one seems to complain too much. But just hearing myself pee on live stream, I was like, that's kind of vulgar. And so I want to avoid that.
So you're gonna pee sitting down like a bitch.
So while I am on a live stream, if I need or if I have a strong desire to use the potty, then yes.
Dude, why don't you just tow it and just have a giant bladder? Oh, I never pee during streams. Yeah, man.
Well, have you not seen my 6-hour streams?
No, yeah, I have. But you know what I'm talking about there?
Oh, no. Are you making a joke and I don't understand the reference?
I'm referencing I'm referencing the fucking toe and his massive bladder and his tiny frame.
Oh, I get it now. That's funny.
That was always his like thing. He's like, "Well, I have a bigger bladder than you," and I'm like, "Well, my dick is the size of your entire being."
My dick is larger than your thigh, so there is that.
Yeah. Bothering Bear, welcome.
Giving my cell phone energy.
Same here.
Living Loving Bear, welcome. Barrington Bear, welcome.
But yeah, dude, did you see my post in I forgot where I posted it, but it was on the Discord. Dude, I had like, yeah, so like the last few weeks have been heavy on the like legal and biblical synchronicities, man. Like touching base with Farm Ryan, all the shit going on with everyone with the legals, hearing all these things, digging up info. Like, dude, you should check out this shit going on Crow. here lately. He's getting a bunch of like legal people with legal experience and giving out legal information, not advice.
Subscribe
But
to
people,
Crow.
huh?
So I should subscribe to Crow. I've been on the
Uh,
fence.
yeah, well, you can like watch the first half, and then like if you find his podcast, you can get the second half too. But it's not a bad idea to give him some cash. I'll probably end up doing that here soon,
Well,
just so
that's
I
one
can have.
is I love the first half of his shit. And it's like I want to hear the second half. Like, is it worth it? You think?
Yeah, for if you have the coin to throw, it's a worthy place to put it.
I'll
Um,
subscribe then.
but yeah, and honestly, I haven't yet, but I should for that. But I have access. I found a way to access his second half stuff without that. But
Don't be
it's
a
some.
bitch, dude.
No, I know.
Don't find a
No,
little loophole go around. Like
no, I
he's
didn't.
really specific about that.
No, no,
If you
no.
want to listen to the second half, like pay for it.
No, I'm not
Fucking
like.
Crow. Come
I'm not.
on.
Hey, fuck you, bud. Uh, literally when I first subscribed to his because I do all the like I'll hit him up on the podcast apps on one of the podcast apps it just has all the shit.
Uh, don't
Yeah.
tell me. I don't want to be tempted. I'm just gonna support him. Alair Bear, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome.
I'm gonna do it here soon too because I want to be able to get on those forums and get that kind of connection.
Nice.
But yeah, um, it's really fucking good shit what he's been doing. And I hear some people talking like he might be like a bad type of
What?
pagan. They're like, oh, he's pagan, and he's like the bad type, and I'm like, no, he's like the benevolent, like information, like forewarning
Dude, he's the
type.
more tech savvy version of Benjamin Balderson.
I actually haven't checked that guy out yet.
Oh, dude, he's so honorable. It's legit.
Okay, but but yeah, a lot of people are convening with him on legal and lawful content lately, and yeah, I don't know, and this is where like I'm not gonna go. I usually don't trash talk. Like I'm against fucking infighting, but
Mhm.
and so I'll just kind of like back out of those conversations or just put my 2 cents on the table and then be like, this is just what I think. Because some people are like on the fence about him, but dude, he gives me the right vibes. Like I've known like old sages and shit like throughout my life, and he's not the. Here's my term. Like I understand
Put
the term
on the
in a
symbology of
beneficial.
wealth. Say again.
I understand the concepts and the words of wizardry. Um, shit. From a couple different perspectives, I've been in contact with like sages throughout my life, and my thing. So I've referred to like the evildoers and like all these like occultist creeps. Like you know what I mean when I say that, right? If I say occultist creeps, like the evildoers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will refer to them as wizards. I refer to them as shit wizards because they're basically refuse and they're obsessed with the anus. So it seems very appropriate with me. Um, he's not a shit wizard. He's like a beneficial old sage. But anyways, he's on the whatever. He's been talking a lot of good legal shit. And he's been bringing in a lot of good things, and also to drop a bit of truth that I don't know. I don't know if everyone knows, but you've heard of the concept of sovereign citizens.
Yes.
Okay, you laughed. So sovereign citizen is a contradictory term. Yeah, it's a double. It's backwards because a sovereign is not a citizen.
Exactly.
But it's funny because not all connotations of citizen are bad. And
Correct.
if you've paid attention to um, if you've taken a close look at certain old legal documents, citizen
Bro,
used to be capitalized.
simplest way to understand it, not all Jews are grabblers, not all grabblers are Jews.
Yeah.
Fractally, we apply this to literally every other topic in the realm. It's like, sovereign citizenship. I understand that's a nonsense term. That being said, is a lot of people who claim to be
So
sovereign citizens
yeah.
have like really good ideas that are legally firm in a lot of ways that provide like a potential legal benefit for those that want to take more responsibility, which is
Yeah, and
great.
a lot of dudes are trying to be on the right path, but they have like I think sovereign citizen thing is like a federal psyop. Huh?
Probably.
Yeah. It makes a lot of fucking sense. But anyways, yeah, handy. I know you've been looking into this shit. Fucking check out the what's her name? Something Pooh, an Asian lady. Um, she has some good shit. She has some good shit on notice of liabilities. Um, check out the one that we were already talking about, and then also check out was that other
So
guy?
you're welcome.
You ever heard of Gemstone University?
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to him on YouTube, but I don't watch much of his shit.
I've been subscribed to him too, and I found some of his old shit useful. But that dude's like he's been doing it for a long ass time, and he's actually been compiling it for the use like general usage, and he actually has a very good outlook and plan for how to be able to distribute it, and he has it all set up like. See, I haven't checked it out yet, and that's the whole fucking grabble about
Well,
any of this shit is
super
someone
smart,
being
dude.
able to believe. No, he
So
is smart, but you
he's
got to be
super
able
smart,
to
and
do
he
all.
projects his knowledge in a very methodical way. But
Yeah,
due to the things like, I would assume that most bears know about giants and the grabble with the Smithsonian and like the whole pre-flood versus post-flood, like a bunch of like basic bear topics. Basically, he covers like in depth out the wazoo. And so the like little bit of stuff of his I've watched, I thoroughly appreciate. And it's like, yeah, you've done your research, but it's like, all right, I already know the basics, and knowing like way more specifically the biology of why this giant's remains fossilized in this specific way. Is it fun to know? Yes,
yeah,
but that's just extra information that isn't like really transmutable to the general population.
yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do with that knowledge?
First aid, very
Like,
welcome. But yeah, you
like
do exactly,
some
exactly.
of it is useful. Some of it is like masturbatory. You know?
Dude, that's why I don't watch them that often. Like it's always useful, but it's like, do I really need this?
Yeah. Well, see, and I don't know. I feel like I've been getting warmed up to this shit. So
Well, dude,
yeah,
I say that
I'm gonna be
like
doing some of this
I'm the
shit.
guy that can give you fucking specific numerical stats on like random fucking shit throughout history, and like specific fucking numbers. Like, ooh, Hiroshima and Nagasaki weren't actually the reason why Japan surrendered. According to the apparent Imperial Japanese court documents, there was an army of 714,000 Japanese in northern Chuko that were defeated by an army of 1.2 million Russians. And then on the 7th of August, after the defeat on 6th of August, that's why they actually surrendered. Dude, bro, I stats. That being said, is
Yeah, I got you.
like
Yeah,
not
like what are you gonna
all
exactly?
these
Like I like my phrasing of that. Like, what are you gonna do with it?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, cool. I know some random World War II fact. What the
But
fuck
that's
are
the
you
good
gonna do with
thing
that?
about that guy. That's the good thing about, and I used to feel that way about Crow. Like I've always had him on my podcast,
Oh,
but
but dude, Crow breaks it down and like he applies it so well.
I used to feel about him because I was like, oh, he's definitely talking about some cool shit, but I wasn't like, I wasn't in a position of like using any of it or wasn't like at that stage. And I was like, oh, this is cool, like for me to know, but like I had
Yeah,
it on my plate. Um, but like, dude, I like this shit. I've been warming up to this shit, and like I'm gonna be like the center of the family for my progeny, and like I'm gonna run like all the like family library, family bank, family law, all that shit. I'm gonna fucking make sure everyone's taken care of, all those things. And so it really is good to know all this stuff. And those are the things that unfortunately weren't carried on by my mother and by my stepfather. I don't think he even has that kind of background, but I know that background existed in my bloodline. Um, like back in
dude.
the day, I knew my coat of arms and shit, but like it's just been kind of growing up, or it's been like kind of coming up on me, uh, and like with my interactions with judges, like it's like I've always known I need to like face this because my mom had a completely different position on it. She was like, don't ever do anything totally like cow to anything legal. You need to X, Y, and Z, like become a useful member of society or something. But like, I was like, I want to do what I want to do. And I don't want to work for a fucking cunt. Like, and I don't want to be around fucking idiots. And so, with my thing, like if someone directly comes at me, I'm gonna put them down. But usually I put off that vibe of like, just don't fuck with me, or I'm doing something so completely off the radar of people that they don't know how to interact. And like, I don't usually give a shit about other people's things. Like, it's so awesome. Like, dude, moving to fucking Idaho is gonna be so bomb, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so fucking funny. Like, I'm laughing. Like, I knew this shit was gonna happen. That yeah, the word's gonna get out, and people are gonna go try to exit us there, but it's fucking north. Most bitches ain't made for it. Most people aren't planning for that kind of shit. They want to
Well,
go up
so
there. They want to
dude,
find some little nice mountain cottage, and they want to go
oh,
down to
dude.
their little fucking store, and they want to be around fucking tough men, and they want to go shoot their little Instagram shit. And I'm like, I want y'all motherfuckers to fuck off.
So one thing I've
But,
never
but
told
I
any
do
of the
want
bears, dude,
a small group of people that I can actually
never
talk to
told.
and always have be reliable, and I will
So
be reliable to them.
so one thing I've never told any of the bears is how much I hate the cold.
Well, it's gonna be fucking cold up there, bud. But
Yeah,
hey, if you're around
I'm
me,
gonna fucking learn.
hey, bud,
Like,
if you're gonna be around me, I build shit. I build shit bomb proof. Dude, you should see the doghouse that I made for my dogs. You should see the fucking outbuildings that I made for my horse. You should see the fucking chicken coop that I made for my chickens. Like, it's all over engineered. It's like, you know how
that's
Toyota
good.
used to make fucking cars. It's like that. Where
Not a car guy. No idea.
Okay, well,
Reference.
Toyotas usually go like fucking bajillion miles and they never break. Like, have you ever seen the meme where they're like, Toyota released the recall for their 1991 Camry because you should stop fucking driving it by now, even though it isn't breaking. Well, that's a car guy meme. It's like there's
Not
no
a car
reason.
guy.
Okay, No, I got you, but I figured that's a pretty big one because like everyone's got fucking Camrys because the bitches never break down. But it's
Well,
like
apparently I'm not American because I've never owned a Camry.
that's a non sequitur. But moving past that, anyways,
To give you extra leeway, bro.
it's okay. I know you're retarded, but I love you.
Thank you.
You'll be good, bud. But you know, like I stockpile. It's kind of funny. Like I stockpile useful shit, and I do. I have some. Like I have a narrow range of things that I'm like fancy with. Like most of my fancies are me liking to customize my shit or overbuild it or have good tools for preparation or car stuff. And I don't go like super fancy with the car stuff. Like my cars, like I get shit that works, and then I really use the shit out of them, and I get something real good, and then I drive the fuck out of them, and I know how to use every aspect of them. That being said, I do also have a 280Z that's gonna be a fancy fucking car once I get it fully restored, and that'll probably end up happening up there. And
Wait, you're moving to Idaho too?
we've talked about this, nigga.
Am I that retarded? Oh, goodness.
Could it be?
All right, so you're seeing firsthand one of the many ways I'm retarded. Like, I remember, like, historical facts like it's nobody's business. But
Yeah, I'm
when it
gonna
comes to personal things that are actually important, I forget them like it's going out of style. So please forgive me.
It's good. But yeah, first aid's like build like an AK-47, and yeah, I'm gonna get into machining and milling and lathing and fabrication, and like I already have like the background skill for that in a sense, but I need to get like trained. Like I have the aptitude for it, but I need to get the training and certifications and experience with it. I have a little bit of experience, but like I need to do it at a higher level. But yeah, maybe AK, probably more like ARs and things, and that would be an easy source of revenue. Uh, an easy source of residue would be building lowers for ARs. Um, but yeah. But anyways, I overbuild shit. If you're fucking cold and you're not so snow monkey, um, I make shit fucking Durabuilt, and I make fucking bomb ass fires. And I'm also a very big fan of well, not as much saunas, but steam rooms. Steam rooms are the fucking shit for me. I really like that shit. Um, and I'm gonna build one of those. I'm gonna have one of those. So like, I don't know, dude. It's just get some good fucking shit. All you gotta do is be smart about buying your fucking clothes. Like all you have to do is get picky for a little while, get some durable shit, go try a bunch of different things. Don't be afraid to have to return something, and go test out what type of cold weather clothing you need, and then get something that's suitable. I
Have you
know.
ever heard of a
Dude,
happy suit?
what?
Have you ever heard of a happy suit? You have not. A happy suit
That sounds like
is
something dirty.
no, not dirty at all. It is a standard issue, cold weather, basically like Michelin man looking fucking like fluffy, like warming layers that
Uh,
makes it damn near impossible to be cold. So,
so
while
you're gonna get one of those.
socially inappropriate as fuck, until I figure out what the hell is going on, then if worst case scenario, like I'm dying of cold, which I probably won't be, like it'll be cold and miserable. Worst
Do you
case
have
scenario, but
do you have
I'll
one
just
of those, or you can get in contact with someone that can still get you one?
I have a set and a half in my closet right now.
Oh, okay, cool. You're already set.
But so like, but my
Just
game
make
plan, like, dude, I've got tons of like
just get your woman. So
sweaters.
when you tear it up, you can get it sewn back together.
Well, so like my plan is that I've got tons of warming layers. Good joke. But so I got tons of warming
Not
layers.
a fucking
But
joke.
like my like do you watch Wrangle Star?
Yeah,
So like,
we were talking about this yesterday.
dude, why the fuck do I not remember yesterday? This is
I
kind
don't
of
know.
troubling.
Well, dude, I'm living an extremely peaceful life now, so you just need to get on my level. Like I've been up here in the fucking ridges for the last
Yeah,
like
dude, nobody's agreeing with
5 days.
you.
I haven't had to like talk to anyone for like 3 days.
I just find it really like normally like I get it. Sometimes I forget like shit that like people tell me and stuff because I care more about facts than feelings. But the fact that I legitimately have entirely forgotten the entirety of our conversation of yesterday, the reason why I find that troubling is because there have like in my life there have been
Can't be
several
doing
other times in which that has happened. And the most troubling instance is I don't remember like 70% of my childhood. Like before the Marine Corps, no idea for most of my life.
Holy shit, bro. That's legitimately concerning.
Yeah. So the fact that that now has been applied to a conversation that I apparently had yesterday, I'm a little bit worried.
Bro, if you're gonna be moving in, if we're gonna fucking be building shit together, we're gonna put you on a fucking cleanse diet. We're gonna put you on all clean shit. We're gonna get you off the fucking Indian poison liquor, and we're gonna clean and regenerate your body. How
I'm
about
about
that?
it, man. Treat me like a slave until I can unfuck my memory.
Dude,
Totally about that.
it's definitely possible. And well, that's where you're wrong. See, through God and Jesus, all things are possible. So write that
Philippians
down.
13.
Huh?
Philippians 4:13. Through Jesus Christ, I can accomplish all things.
Yes, but I was also citing the meme there from Always Sunny. So
Never
jot that
saw
down. Oh, okay. You're probably better for it.
that.
But it was kind of fucking funny.
Well,
It was
like,
one of those shows where it was grappled from the perspective where there were like good-natured retards in a degenerate setting.
yeah, from the couple episodes I saw, that was the vibe that I got.
They were like good-natured retards that would do kind of shisty stuff, but they still had consciences.
You know, like I've seen a couple of clips where, like, the way that they connive and rationalize things is so fucked up, but the way that they portray it, it's like I'm literally this stupid, and this is literally the way that I think. And they're great actors for portraying it in that way. It's just, it's funny, but I disagree with the moral point behind it.
Yeah. Sup, Trina?
Kramer!
Trina, you should be checking up and reading up on or listening to like the fucking last 7 of Crow's streams podcast, dude. Get in on it. I'm gonna be doing this shit. I got like a full mag on all this crap that's been going on, man. It's real good and encouraging, and it's when you get down to it, it's simple shit. By the way, Trina, how'd your shit go? I never heard the whole breakdown. Well, yeah, but the crow ones are pertinent to what's happening to all of us right now, and what they're about to start rolling out. And you've already been pulled into the ring, so you might as well
You're
get
overwhelmed.
trained.
Skip a
Trina,
couple.
Trina, you might as well get trained on it.
Do you see? Trainer Bear settled outside of court.
Well, yeah, that's the way to do it. I'm not suggesting anything otherwise. That's the way to do it. Fuck, man. I'm like an authentic nignog over here with my fried chicken. Oh, yeah. Mm, that's a
Your
small
skin
chicken.
gets darker with every bite.
I am the night.
I am the Dark Knight.
Darkness.
Well, 15 minutes ago you were the White Knight. What's up, bro? I
Wait.
just eat chicken.
Yeah. But fuck. What are we talking about? Yeah, dude. No, did you see my oh, what the fuck? Nice. Cool, man. Good to
Right?
hear, Trina. Dude, you need to bring me in the loop on what you guys are doing there, because I keep hearing what you're doing through like Ryan and through a couple other people's, but like I don't know why the fuck I couldn't stream with you that one day. Like we need to talk.
Ooh. Trainer Bear. Also good looking. But so when you said that you needed, you're looking for a warehouse out there, literally my first thought was not, does Trainer Bear have a job? It was like, oh, my rent is like way cheaper there. Can I pay for a warehouse for you guys? Like, whatever the hell you guys need, like, I am at your service. Like, but yet again, like I said, I'm not moving out there until March.
Nice.
Oh, Trainer Bear, so down,
That's
so
legit.
down. That'd be epic.
I would be.
Like, I would not only be the janitor, but I could also be security. That saves Trainer Bear so much money.
Yeah, you could.
No, but seriously, I can do both jobs.
That's dope. But yeah, wait, who else in here now? How do you see this again?
Right now we got Bajo Bear, Trainer Bear, and First Aid Bear.
All right. Yeah, I figured out how to do that. Bro, I always call janitor. I got dibs.
Well, we can be roommates then. I'll be security, you'll be janitor.
Dude. Bomb. I can help with infrastructure.
If it's only one room, don't be worried. We have bunk beds, because then there's more room for activities.
No power tools. No power tools. I can help you with infrastructure building and organization. I'm good with extrapolation of those type of things.
Like, I always feel so inadequate whenever I
Yeah,
offer my services for any sort of like
you already
construction
got it.
things. But like I've spent the past like year and a half learning from my uncle who can literally build a house from scratch. And so like while I'm not the most proficient like tradesman of any like particular trade, I know a little bit about a lot, like in that kind of world.
Nice.
And plus I'm a
Appreciate
really
it.
fast learner. And so like whenever I talk to people, they're like, "Oh, hey, are you looking for a job?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, I would love a job." "Oh, what's your resume? What are you good at?" It's like I'm not really good at anything, but I'm kind of good at everything. It's like the worst resume ever.
Well, I've gotten like really good at a bunch of things, but I just keep leaving these jobs or leaving these professions because I find them morally disposed. Like I've left a bunch of like really high paying things that I was just like, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. You guys are assholes.
Why am I not working in the bar industry in the best bar in the state? Why am I not working for the best real estate company in the state? Why am I not working for the best life insurance company in the state? Same answer as you, bruh.
Oh, fuck life insurance, bro. That's not a real skill.
Well, no, no, dude. I went through all of those stages. Like the life insurance was
No, yeah, no, yeah,
especially
I
a
can.
trip because like the life insurance test or whatever in Arizona, I guess it's like a 26 chapter like in-depth fucking thing, and just me being me. I scheduled my test on a Monday down in Tucson, so like 2 hours south of me. And on Friday, I started, reading shit about this. And so I was on like chapter 2 of 26 on Saturday morning when my test is on Monday. And I texted my boss about a really specific legalese question.
Yeah.
And me just instantly asked, I was curious. He didn't answer. And then
And so you're a
it turns out like Saturday, Sunday, I finished all this shit. Monday, drove down, passed the test the first, and then when I texted my boss on Monday, like afternoon, I was like, "Oh hey, I passed. What's next?" Dude, he literally lost his fucking mind.
oh shit.
Like
Oh, this fucker's
told
cooking.
everybody because apparently, like 9 out of 10 people fail the test the first time, and that Saturday when I asked him that really specific question, turns out the reason why he didn't answer is because he was mocking me to everyone else in this like in the like business group or whatever. Like this fucking retard, he's just kidding on chapter 2 and his test is on Monday. And then Monday comes around and I pass the test and blow everyone's mind is like,
That's good
yeah.
shit. You may not be able to remember your childhood trauma, but you can remember new skills, and that's very valuable. But you know
Well,
what? For your own well-being, I would I would help you with any skill I gain, and I'm going to be doing this stuff for myself and for people around me because it seems like it's a common thing, unfortunately, in today's day that people have had shit fucked up with their heads. And this is biological stuff, and I have a lot of good background, so I can parse and process that information. So I've taken a lot to the
have you heard of MK Ultra?
yes, I know a bunch about that, but that's
I
not all of
actually like that's the reason why I don't remember most of it.
yeah, but go ahead and remember that line we were just talking about. Fucking pray on that shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Like Philippians 4:13, through Christ all things are possible. Like obviously, but that being said, is like I have a lot of experience with a lot of spiritual things, and like I've traveled the spiritual realms in a variety of capacities throughout like my experience here, and so like yes, obviously, and like and yet I was a pre-med major, so I know about the biology. So yes, obviously I know that whatever memories I think that I've lost I can, like, whether it's through spiritual reconciliation, whether it's through biological manipulation, whether it's through physiological repetition, whatever the manner, I know it's possible to re-achieve those memories.
How
I
about
get
we just hit the trifecta? Do them all.
Because honestly, I really don't care about my childhood that much.
Yeah, but you need to know where you've been to know where you're going. No, I disagree, bud. I
I
disagree.
completely agree with you. You're 100% right. I'm taking the lazy way out of this.
You are. You are, bud, and I'm confronting you on that. Like, not hardcore, but it is a serious matter.
Like the reason why I'm saying like fuck you in the most lazy way possible is
It's,
because
it's
even
art.
though I'm saying like I'm trying to take the lazy way out, I I
It's an
I'm
artist
too fucking
process.
comfortable to not like actually go through with this. And so like whenever I find a new way of research, I just go balls to the walls. And even if I know that like that line of research could be potentially harmful to me, ideologically, physiologically, spiritually, whatever way, shape, or form, I want to finish that line of research because I'm curious. And so when I say lazily fuck you for holding me accountable, the reason why I say it lazily is because you're right. I'm going to pursue whatever possible means I can possibly discover
Well,
to
I think
like
Trina is disagreeing here with me. It seems
disagree.
like
All
because
things present and all things to come, God left out the past for us to be a part of.
uh,
Granted, Bear, you're gonna have to expand on that
yeah, I
because
want
I've
to
got a
expand.
couple different opinions on where that could go.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot of
so,
ways that could be interpreted, and what I would immediately address that as is
no, because there's so many ways that can be interpreted,
you
I
need to
would best not
projector.
to initially respond because I don't want to take Trainer Bear's words out of context. So let him
No, I'm not
clarify before
responding.
respond.
I'm not responding. I'm expanding on my position.
Tracking.
So I think that it is paramount to know where you come from. Oh, maybe he was Google Bible, all things present, all things to come. Okay, that's okay. I think I kind of get what he's getting at, and I think that that has validity. But what I'm saying is that it is important to know where you've come from because part of that you need to be. Look, it's not like JapJap has, or at least from what I've heard so far, from what I'm gathering, that it doesn't seem apparent that JapJap has himself sorted out his past. That
Correct.
he probably had it buried through psychological manipulation, not of his own doing, through his
Yeah.
own partial participation, but that doesn't mean it was of your own volition. And that's a different thing because you could have that shit pop back up. And that's why I say, and I've seen signs of that in just now, and you did too, in forgetting things. And that's not to say that's a bad, like, that's not right now it's not showing up in a dangerous manner because we're just talking about small things. But I could see that expounding into something else where that could be a point of falter. And
I 100% concur.
and that might be you might have like thinking Bedridden's asking what's the argument. It's about knowing your past to know where you're going. My position is you need to know where you've came from to know where you're going so that you know what is latent and in your soul and in your being because it's code in you.
And so I completely agree with that statement.
Because otherwise
However,
it could come up in
it
other
just
in
so
other
happens
forms, or it could come up in your kids. Because otherwise it could come up in other forms and it could come up in your kids. And if you don't handle it and you have the opportunity to, you're kind of
generational curses. Exactly.
exactly. If you have had generational curses hidden to your own conscience, but it's still something latent and dormant, then that's not solved.
Yeah,
And of course, I've known a lot of people like that. Dude, I went to MMA. Man, I saw that abounding. There's a lot of people that are like that. They just get droned. And
yeah.
I don't
So
think you're not, you have personality and you have soul and spirit. You're
so
not
that's
like,
what I'm saying is I
you
completely concur
strong.
with the principles of what you're saying with regards to residents with understanding one's past. 100% I concur. That being said, is I would argue, I wouldn't be willing to argue this, but could it be that the majority of people that you previously interacted with, that you saw this, were not also victims, dare me, of the MK Ultra program? Like,
oh, are you talking about the people I saw?
I understand that was a significant aspect, emotionally and spiritually. That doesn't make me a victim. That doesn't fucking mean anything. It's just something happened.
No, I'm not saying you're.
I went to the gym. All right, a couple years ago, I was a victim of MK Ultra, and I was literally abducted and interrogated, and so yes, like I get it. Like I saw some like intense fucking stuff, and yes, that may or may not contribute to memory. That being said, is I completely concur with you that the more understanding of one's past anyone has, the more healthy of a human being they generally are.
Yeah, dude. So like,
with recognizing before you start, with recognizing Trainer Bear's point is God has a plan, and so if like for whatever reason, whether like obviously there is a hypothesis that I'm just being a lazy, ignorant piece of shit, and I'm just not being responsible.
I wouldn't make that position.
Like, I'm going to the extreme, like extreme bad. Like yes, that could be a hypothesis, but on the other end extreme is, let me finish this before you respond.
No, I'm saying I hear you. Go on.
Cool. Is that for whatever reason, my current lack of understanding is because it's in the plan of God. Because the Lord has given me a lot of insight and discernment on a lot of other shit. And so it wouldn't surprise me if
I would agree.
Huge blind spot in my life that I'm aware how blind I am. It's like just God, like, hey, this is my plan. Be patient. Let yourself be retarded, and I will reveal my plan as I see fit. It's like, yes, Lord, I will bend my knee toward you.
Yeah, I agree, and there's some good points being made in the chat too right now.
Yeah, so highlight the chat. I was ignoring that. Can you highlight the chat for us, please?
Yeah. Copper entered. Trina backed up Bedridden's point. Inside of us is past. That goes generations. This is hereditary stuff. On that point, I was going to make the point that there's a reason that people are still concerned with people's tribes and their lineage, because they have traits that are latent in them. This is fact. You can observe it. Bedridden also says, yeah, our trials make us stronger to fight for the righteousness. Trina gives props to Copper, saying the value goes up, especially for white people. Copper blushed and said Copper is cool. Trina posits, if BB is secret governmental leader of a man in black type black ops, there's some bears I think are part of it. I'd place Copper Bear on the list. Copper said she didn't do Muffin. Copper Bear is a Fed.
Copper is a Fed. Oh no!
Copper's a fucking Fed. But yeah, no, what I'm saying is, yeah, so what you have latent in you, like like, so for the point, like I don't know my father, but I know that I am my father. I didn't have to know him to know that I am him.
Well, you are your father. Expand on that, please.
Like, I'm his genetic.
Well, yes, you're his genetic progeny, but are
But I
you saying
also
that you're not a
wait.
distinct individual from your father? Like, that's what I'm confused on.
No, it's like it's like you turn. Okay, so you have a general understanding of genetics, right?
Correct.
So you can change your code, you can get yourself an aptitude towards something, and then you can pass that on to your kin, right?
Plus or minus.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. I have traits of my genetic line. There are things that I haven't been taught that I know from within, from my being.
So I think a more accurate way of saying that is to accurately identify that genetic history, genetic knowledge is indeed a factor that is not recognized in mainstream science. That being said, is just because my father has some sort of specific heretical, like, genetic curse that goes like through the generations, like what's the Bible thing where it's like the curse goes through 7 generations, like that kind of thing. Like, let's say
Sins
that
of the father. Sins of the father.
yes, sins of the father. So let's say that my father was the one. Like, I don't think this is a thing. I think that the generational curse in my family happened much sooner than my father. But let's just say hypothetically that my father did X, Y, Z to, like, spark this generational curse in my family line for 7 generations. That's a biblical thing that could happen. That being said, Philippians 4:13 is also a thing where I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So
Yeah. No,
even
totally.
though we
You're
have
not
to
doomed.
recognize what's up.
No, you're not doomed to any of it. That's what this whole conversation is about. You can change your thing, but if you don't know what you're addressing, if you have part of yourself hidden to yourself,
Oh,
you
valid
have.
point.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
was trying to be overly optimistic and ignorant. You're
No, no,
right. Very valid point.
you're giv you're giving a valid point, but
Well,
it's
I
a
was being
parallel.
overly optimistic and ignorant.
It's a parallel point. It is valid, but it's kind of to be used in a different step in the process.
Well, yeah, like you're saying, very valid point. But like I was saying, because I wasn't recognizing your point, I was making a point ignorant. So like how I like to say, good initiative, bad judgment.
Yeah, you good. Um, yeah. So the thing is like, yeah, you got to know what you're addressing, and so that's why I'm saying it's like, yeah,
Hi there,
the
Cookie.
Pack of Newport shorts, please.
Newport shorts. Okay, see you right
Continue, brother.
trainer. Are you talking about recently, or are you talking about generally?
Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You're all set.
Exactly, Edward.
1760 is the total, okay?
What's everyone saying, bro? I'm not in the chat.
Bedridden said, "Find it, rebuke it, and go forward."
Yes, that's fact.
Yeah,
And that actually
that's what I'm saying.
assists your point.
You
Because if you can't address it, then you can't rebuke it.
That's kind of like the lion and the mouse, right? Like where the lion has a thing in there. Well, this isn't really fully true to form. Um, The fuck, Trina? The fuck did you eat? Trina's saying he was super paranoid tonight. He thinks he got poisoned last night, or at least the apple he was given was laced. Trina,
Well, obviously, Trader Bear, if you take a single bite of an apple, it's going to be poisoned.
yeah, if it.
Whoa, dude. What are you doing? Why are you driving like the worst person in the world? What's going on here?
JapJap.
Yo, what's going on, mate?
Why is your car keeping a beat?
So, Bajo informed me that the reason why
shit too.
I have a metronome in my car.
We've been through this.
I'm
giving you shit. You're supposed to laugh.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. But I was trying to expand on your joke while keeping.
No, I know. We've been through this.
Fuck, dude.
Nigga, we're getting you on a fucking cleanse diet.
Holy shit. Like, normally, most of my, forgotten memories
I gave you
that happened
like 30 minutes of shit for this.
Dude, you can give me, days of shit for this. We had an in-depth conversation literally yesterday, and you're bringing up specific points, and then I, don't respond, and then you mock me for it. You're entirely in honor.
I'm saying that, 3 weeks ago, I gave you, 30 minutes of shit about your car, and you were, trying to defend it, and I was like, your point is indefensible.
Wait, why would I try to defend my bullshit car?
Especially because it's a Saturn.
Oh, no, dude, I know I've got a bullshit car. Was I trying to defend it weeks ago?
Your car is made of plastic.
Yes.
Your car is made of plastic.
So the reason why I just had to restart my car is because the ignition doesn't always, doesn't always, let me exit my car. And so sometimes I have to restart my car and let it beep 6 times, exactly 6 times, and then I have to, redo everything, and then sometimes it works. Yes, my car is a piece of shit. I understand that. But next month or January, depending on my finances, I will be able to trade in my car and buy a truck that isn't a piece of shit. That can take all my fucking belongings up to Idaho in March when I move there.
Hey, Jap.
So thank you for your very pungent points, asshole.
Hey, fuck you, bud.
Yeah, fuck you too, asshole.
Hey, JapJap. You wanna maybe buy a car for me to use for a while, and then maybe I'll buy it back off you down the road?
By car, do you mean truck that can drive me to Idaho and tow all my belongings?
Maybe. It's like an 80s Toyota, and I think it's a diesel.
So
it's sitting in the back of this property.
So Bajo Bear has made me a similar offer, and the one condition in which I will accept one of these types of offers is if you can guarantee me that I can tow all my fucking bullshit up to Idaho. It's a 20-hour drive. Then yes, I will buy a vehicle off of you. And then whatever conditions you want to set forth after that, I don't really give a shit.
Train a Bear needs to hear that he needs to go and eat a bunch of oats and drink a fuck ton of water to try to soak and exude whatever the fuck he ate last night. And he needs to know the childish fucking lesson of not to take bullshit from weird people. Don't be eating.
Get a story behind that. That sounds interesting. Copper Bear was saying, what did he just say? Fuck, I already missed it.
how did you get yourself into that situation? Copperbear, are you talking about me? Like, wanting to move to Idaho?
No, he's talking to Trina. Or she's
Okay.
talking to Trina.
Well, Trina Bear's a real estate agent in California. So, there's that.
Yeah, Trina, does it hurt when you do that? Maybe don't do that. Trina, whatever the fuck got you there, don't fucking do that no more.
Trina Bear, you know I love you, but whatever they're making fun of you for, it sounds super logical, so I'm jumping on the bandwagon, and you should feel shame. Ha 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 ha.
I don't think he needs to feel shame. He just needs to not fucking do that shit.
Well, I don't even know why we're mocking Trina Bear.
Because he took an apple from a strange man, and then his heart was racing, and he was up till 4.
Oh, that makes sense. Trina Bear, why'd you take an apple from a strange man? The fuck?
Judy Mikovits. That name sounds distrustful. I would not have any relations with a Judy Mikovits.
Well, who's Judy Mikovits?
I don't know. I'm just saying that name seems untrustworthy.
But why did Trina Bear say that's who gave him the apple? Like,
No,
we should know who that is?
No, he said this creep guy that gave him the apple offered that he could stay the night so that he could put it in his butt. And then he was supposed to go back tonight to a dinner with Judy Mikovits, and then he said no thanks.
So I assume 90% of that is a joke, but seriously, where the fuck does Judy Mikovits come into the equation?
He was supposed to have dinner with her.
Wait, why are you having dinner with Judy, Trina Bear? Aren't you married? Like, it...
Brah, whatever you're doing, don't do that. Like, it's time to change course.
Wait, so Trina Bear, you're legitimately planning on having dinner with a woman who's not your wife alone? Are you fucking serious?
None of this is a joke.
That's what I'm saying. Trina Bear, you just said none of this is a joke.
It sounds like he got into a genuinely sketchy situation. Trina,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Give some background on this, bud. Like,
well, he doesn't have to give background if he doesn't want to.
No, I mean, dude, okay, you take
taking opportunity is not the same thing as having dinner with a woman alone for fucking any goddamn reason.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yes, I get it. You're a businessman and etc. Like, you can make any excuse you want, and yes, you can justify it. Like, JapJap Bear isn't married, so he's no. I get it, but dude, in my humble opinion, never be alone with a woman who is not your wife, especially if you're married.
Do a three-way stream? Can we do a three-way stream?
Oh, it was just dinner with 40 people. Why am I freaking out? Dude, you made me think it was... No, you didn't make me think.
No.
You alleged, and I believed, that it was just him and Judy.
That's right.
Trina Bear, I should have fucking trusted you. Damn it. My bad. I apologize.
That's the fucking...
There was 40 other fucking people there, bro. How dare you?
No. You didn't read the rest of that fucking comment. JapJap, read the rest of that comment.
I was about to take a hit, but I'll read the rest of it. Bro, it was dinner with 40 people. Judy Mikovits was associated with Gates Foundation and did the movie Pandemic. Trina Bear, I read 40 people and then I stopped reading like a retard. And then I instantly defended you.
Trina, you don't want to get involved with either the people trying to run the scam or the people that are the false opposition to the scam. That's
But bro, it was just a movie showing from his real estate brokerage. It was sponsored. It was a corporate event.
associated with Gates Foundation. It was associated with Gates Foundation. That's too close to fucking evil. Stay the fuck out of there.
Well, no, all right, so
You're gonna get pulled in the riptide.
that being said, like, I get it. To be fair, we are being a little bit churchian right now. To be fair.
Oh.
Because not everyone has all the same opportunities. For example, when I was offered the insurance job that we were joking about earlier,
You're being
yes, I understand. I'm being overly understanding to Trainer Bear because I'm giving him time to fucking type. I get what I'm doing.
okay. Well, then read
And now that I've explained it, please listen to me.
Fuck you.
So,
Hey, you listen here, cunt.
so, all right. So as we're waiting for Trainer Bear to type, to give you the explanation that you so significantly desire, when I was offered the insurance job, I was offered, like, after I baffled all their fucking minds, like I told you earlier, they offered me a 6-figure job on the spot. And my first reaction was that Bible verse of what is it worth to gain the world if you lose your soul? And so my response to them was, give me a week. And I drove up to the mountains and I camped in nature alone for a week. And I meditated on the word. And long story short, when I came back to the mountain, that same concept just really resonated. Was it worth to gain the world if you lose your soul? And then I attended 1 or 2 business meetings with them, and that just reaffirmed it, like the vibe. And I was like, nope, I'm out of this. And I just left. Like, just dropped $100K a year job, just like that.
Yeah. No. Good move. I would say, because that shit's not worth it. You lose your freedoms.
Dude, exactly. And I saw, like,
and Trina should hear the line. You don't want to be right. What would you rather, to be right or have your freedoms? And so, Trina, I see that you're saying that you did a stream and got a consensus from the Bears. You got an overwhelming yes. This may be a point where I'm going to disagree with the Bears. I would not get that fucking close to the target, bud. That's too fucking close to anything. You're walking in on targeted groups.
well, to be fair, there are some. So I completely agree
If someone
with
did
the concept of your point. But that being said, there are bears that say the exact same thing that you're saying to Trina, but they're saying that about merely living in California. And so the reason why I bring that up is you have this strong opinion, but Trina Bear feels as though he's doing something good in his own environment. And so you're not there, I'm not there. I trust Trina Bear. And so I'm going to put my support behind him on this argument because I trust Trina. I could be wrong.
Sure, I can respect that, but in my understanding and in my experience, it's not worth getting close to the target on these type of things. That's blast zone shit. That's blast zone shit.
Have you ever, so you're saying blast zone. Have you ever seen a high explosive shell?
You're not addressing my, here, let me finish what I'm saying, because you're taking a tangent from a portion of what I'm saying.
Correct.
So the subject was this Judy Mikovits, and it resounds from my internals. I don't trust that name.
So before we continue, Do you know more about Judy Mikovic? Because I literally know nothing about her. Oh, loading screen. That's not good. And because I've got no audio, that must mean it's on my end. That's a super bummer. I wonder what's causing it. Bedridden Bear, trainer, you're playing with the devil in the playground, dude. Alright, guys. Let me turn on the turn.
Alright, so I think it was on Scuzzy's end. When the connection first started cutting out, I assumed it was on my end because I lost audio. Yeah, his stream froze. Must be nice not to take risks. Yeah, well, like, so on principle, I have a tendency to agree with Scuzzy Wombat, or what he was saying for the most part. That being said, is I'm not in Trainer Bear's position, but he's a wise, God-honoring dude, and he's at the tip of the spear in this situation. I trust his judgment. So whatever he does, I'm going to back. I mean, within reason, of course. We could be wrong, and that's okay. I'm not going to be a fucking, like, thought Nazi, and, oh, Scuzzy Wombat's back. View. Go live.
Yo.
What happened, bro?
Battery.
That's always what happens. Battery dies.
Yep. Yeah, I consider Trina also a trustworthy dude, and I understand where he's coming from on a lot of things here too. I'm just offering. I'm not trying to be fucking hostile about this.
You're not being hostile at all.
Yeah, definitely get some fucking oatmeal and some water in you. Also, if you can, do you have any charcoal? If you have charcoal, get it in you. If the health food store is still open, go get some charcoal. Trina, if you hear that, type something. Oatmeal, water, charcoal. Soak the shit up and go take a shit. Anyway, what I was saying is resounding from my experience and from within my being, I don't trust the name Judy Mikovic. I don't remember where that reference is coming from, but bentonite clay is also going to be good, but that's not as soaking. That's not as that's not going to pull shit as hard as it's not going to absorb as much bullshit.
Yeah, Trina Bear. We're throwing away respectfully because this Discord chat that I just joined today, apparently today is like fuck you Friday or some shit. What is it called, Scuzzy?
Aggro Friday.
Aggro Friday. So, Bedridden Bear, go fuck yourself. You have not lived multiple lives.
Hey! That's bedridden you're talking about, bud.
Wait, did I cross the line on accident just now? Because if I didn't, you can go fuck yourself, Scuzzy Wombat.
I usually wouldn't.
Wait, why can't we mock Bedridden Bear?
Because
she's a special boy.
She's not a special boy. She's a special lady.
Why is she a special lady? I instantly feel bad for mocking a lady.
Because she's like a saint, and like all of our policies is to fucking soak her in blessings. But I don't know.
Fuck
she can
you,
participate.
yeah, Bear. How dare you, you piece of shit?
She can also, well, I'm sure she can deal it out. I'm sure she'll probably fucking whoop your ass. Even though she's bedridden, she'll probably fucking lay some haymakers.
Oh yeah, dude. No doubt. Bedridden Bear will rhetorically beat the shit out of anyone who questions her authority.
Oh, I fucking bet. I wouldn't try her.
Well, see, like now I feel bad for mocking a woman. So like now I'm completely on like my back heels.
Heel boy, heel. No, I'm sure she could take it, but you know, bedridden is a great lady. I'm sure you'll come to know her. She's great. Ah,
Oh, it's because he Wombat Bear. Oh, his fucking
no,
phone.
no, no, no,
Wait, no, his phone didn't die.
no. My phone just turned on its screen, and so it goes weird. And there it goes again. All right, we're back. That's fucking stupid. Whenever it turns on my screen darkener for evenings, it switches my camera to the front camera. Makes no fucking sense.
Well, it's probably like one of those like subliminal, like underlying like text script thingamajigs programming jiggers. I don't know.
Yeah, beep boop pop.
Beep boop bop. Exactly. Well, so like all
No,
you.
I was just saying I don't trust that name, and I would stand by that. Like that's coming strong out of my being, and also I think people are being a little bit risky. And well, we got bedridden in here, and we also got paraplegic. Paraplegic
Like,
will
dude,
fucking kick your ass.
that you're talking about is like, yes, I get it. If I meet a shady insurance salesman with the last name Cohen, I'm gonna ask some fucking questions.
See, what's up about the fucking Cohens. You know where the Cohens come from? They're what the fuck was it? They're medical priests. They're Jewish medical priests. It's a priest. It's a Medici priest class family. They're ancient Roman.
They're connected to the Medici?
Huh?
I didn't know they were connected to the Medicis.
They're of the Medici priest class. The Medicis originated the Roman medical priesthood, and then Cohens are a strong family within the Medici priest class.
Say that one more time.
The Medicis are the originators of the Roman priesthood, and the Cohens are high-ranking Medici priests.
So that statement says that my current knowledge of the rise of the Medici banking family in Florence, Italy in the 1500s is incorrect?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, that's also true.
Oh, so they're both simultaneously true. So this Roman priest class, or this one family within the Roman priest class, has been influential through multiple generations. And then in Florence, they just happened to uptake the mantle of banking.
Bedridden wanted me to read her message. She said, "Oh, I wasn't before. I was quite mean. Love you both. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, I was a little lady in a biker club. I can handle the ball busting." Yeah, like I said, she'll probably whoop your ass, bud.
Do you see the swords on my wall?
Agro Friday is back on.
Exactly. Now that I know that Bedridden Bear can take it, Aggro Friday is back on.
You want to go? Yeah, but she's still great. You know.
Oh yeah, bedridden bear can be super great. Like she can be super awesome and great, and the most wonderful bear in the whole world. But
This fucking
don't have a knife with 4 blades on it,
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Calm down. Bro.
dude.
Bro.
You
Bro.
called Aggro Friday. If
Bro.
I'm going
Bro.
too intense, that's on
Get
you.
back. Get back. Bro. Bro, it's okay. Bro, like put it down, bud. Yo.
Yo, I'm putting the blades back in.
Yo.
I'm teething. Calm
Bro.
down. No one's gonna die today. It's okay. Scott, welcome. Right now, everyone's panicking because I almost ended the world, but I didn't.
Fuck,
So we're
man.
all good.
I just shitted, pissed, and farted.
Jeff, you see the swords on the wall. Shit. Jeff, you see the swords on the wall. He swallowed the same amount of swords and he swallowed swords in showers and boot camp. Oh Jesus! Damn it! Bear, ballistic bear. You can go yourself. That was actually the perfect though for Aggro Fridays. I really like Aggro Fridays.
Ball busting is good.
Fucking shit to me earlier that I couldn't grow a beard, and I even though I was throwing it back just as good as I was taking it, his talking shit legitimately motivated me to be like, how do I make a profile picture so that I can show him I have a beard?
Oh, is that what happened? I didn't check the boards for all day. I was out digging trenches.
Homestead bear and native Asian bear. Raw bear.
Homestead will call you out on everything. Homestead just talks shit constantly, but he's a fucking.
Oh, does he? That makes a lot of sense then, because he was going back and forth hard today, and I had no idea. I was just responding.
No, he's a mad shit talker.
All right, great.
Bear Pelagic was like, bedridden is stealing all my precious attention. You're not paralyzed. Stop stealing my attention, bedridden. I can lay in bed too and look super bedridden.
Yeah. How do you feel that you're not the only paralyzed person now, or allegedly paralyzed paraplegic bear? You're not the only boy anymore. Hey?
What was that movie? Oh, what was that movie? Where it's like, this guy's not even a cripple. And he picks him up and throws him and the cripple falls.
That sounds hilarious, but I have no idea. Just imagine the scene of this guy's not a cripple, and you're strong enough to pick up a 120 to 150 pound man and throw him, and he happens to be disabled and crippled, so he just fucking falls.
He's faking.
It's so fucked up.
Bedridden.
Oh, bedridden bear. I'm not paralyzed yet. So paraplegic. Oh no, so bedridden bear. What are you complaining about? If you're not paralyzed yet. Trading places.
Bedridden will have no talk like that.
No, we won't. Did I go too far?
Take that back. No, bedridden will not talk like that. How dare you, bedridden?
Keep correcting me,
No, not you. No, she said. No, bedridden said, "I'm not paralyzed yet." Saying "yet" is bad.
Oh, so my mocking that wasn't bad, but her saying that was bad for spiritual reasons.
No, she's thinking that she's gonna get paralyzed, and she's not. She's gonna be healed.
Well, bedridden bear, if you're not already paralyzed, you're not gonna ever be paralyzed. The fuck? Have some hope, girl. Shit.
Fuck. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be fine.
What are you apologizing about?
She's like, sorry. That's right.
Bedridden Bear. The
We're
only
not-
reason you need to apologize is that you're not walking yet.
This is such a weird paradigm we've set up.
Dude, I don't know how much I'm allowed to mock Bedridden Bear, and I'm trying to be like encouraging mocking, and I don't know what I'm doing.
What the fuck? What the fucking... What the shit? Oh, all right. Well, tomorrow we have to pray for Bedridden because she needs to be healed, and she is going to get healed, and she's a great soul. That's the basic point. She's a great pillar of spirituality and support in our community, and we all pray for her because she's awesome.
Well, so given that, this is one thing I've been considering for a while now, is so like,
But
let's
she's
say,
once her balls busted.
well, so like let's say that I am genuinely have a desire to pray, and like I want so let's say for tomorrow for Good Morning Gravy per se, that I want to pray for Bedridden Bear. And I don't know the specifics, but I don't need to. But I want to genuinely pray for Bedridden Bear's healing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, usually what I do, I usually keep it general, and I just like hold the right idea in my head.
Well,
My auditory praying is weird. I usually do it mostly mentally.
well, what I'm struggling against right now is it even appropriate to pray in public? Like, obviously, I'm gonna pray like personally, but even because even so that Good Morning Gravy is a biblically like themed like stream. Is it even appropriate to publicly like pray in that manner?
Wait, Good Morning Gravy is a biblically themed stream?
Yeah.
I would have thought it was a like brick on through to the other side themed.
Have you not seen it?
No, I saw this morning's and that's it. I only saw that one.
Oh yeah, so this morning was kind of like impromptu responding, but like the main thing, like the main three pillars, or main four pillars of like Good Morning Gravy is this book that's over 100 years old on Psalms. Each psalm is based on a biblical verse. So the second pillar is the Bible. Third pillar is the comment stream from like how people respond to what the gravy I'm laying, and the fourth pillar is this is also another book that's also over 100 years old, and it's a biblical book, but it's the most spiritually like God honoring biblical book I've read in ever. And
well,
so,
my extent of like public praying is like you know, like dinner table praying, and then like our Ohio Fire Bear Bear Church prayer, but that's kind of not really that. Like we'll pop in like prayer request kind of stuff, and then like I guess my other thing is
address it on Ohio Fire Bear's Sunday morning streams, because so like to give you more information of where I'm coming from is I've led prayers of hundreds of people before, like public prayers. But that being said, is I feel as though that like public corporate prayer is very, very different than this personal prayer that we have, like connection with the Bears, where like when I'm praying for like XYZ over a community and I'm praying for hundreds of people like as a public figure, that's very different than praying on my own personal stream for Bedridden Bear, someone who I've never met but I still care about. Do you see the difference? Like why I'm like trying to figure out what's going on?
Say that again. Sorry.
No worries. Difference between like when I'm praying in front of like hundreds of people as like a corporate thing, and like versus when I'm praying in my own like private stream, like for someone like in the bear community.
I
Like
don't know.
there's a significant difference there, and I don't know, I can't quite identify it.
I
And
don't know, man. I think it's cool if you feel it's genuine. I think okay, I think begrudging prayer is not okay. Or like coerced prayer is not cool.
you just answered my question with
Like
the first
inauthentic,
portion of that.
you know?
So the answer
Like
to my
okay,
question is, as the whole chat is going or whatever, for like the whole like, just actively take genuine prayer requests and genuinely pray at the end of the Good Morning Gravy for those people that I care about. Bedridden
yeah,
Bear,
that sounds good.
thank you. Yeah, that seems very logical and very obvious. And those are the
Yeah.
answers that I tend to miss the most.
Well, I mean, have you jumped in Ohio Firebears thing before? I think I saw you
Once
in
or
there.
twice, but
Yeah,
like
so,
not like in depth. Like I was like doing other stuff and like no excuse, but just like I haven't seen a full stream of those things.
well, usually like read scripture first portion, and then like second portion, they'll do like prayer requests. Yeah, Nick has a point. Pharisee prayer in the streets is weird.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to avoid at all costs. Like
No, I think you're like being strongly avoidant when I don't think you have that intention, and so like it wouldn't really happen for you. Like I think you're being like, oh shit, I don't want to be like that, and then you're being like over concerned about it,
well,
which is
because
like I can understand, but I don't think you could. I don't think you would even do that based on the fact that you're asking these questions right now.
you are entirely correct, but the hypothetical that I play in my mind, which is the reason why I asked this question, is like when Nick, the scenario that Nick just brought up is
My here, my most public prayer that I've done was me praying silently, sitting off by myself in the courthouse when I was at court the other day.
well, so the reason why I
That was
ask these
my
questions
most,
is like my most public prayer is literally what I just told you. Me publicly praying in front of hundreds of people. Like as like
but
the like prayer like leader person, dude.
yeah,
And
that's not like.
that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to
But
avoid.
was that like a church thing?
No, it was a Marine Corps thing, dude.
Oh, well, I
Like
think
I
that's
was a
up to
platoon
you.
sergeant in the Marine Corps. Like so I did
Uh,
shit.
well, I think that's up to you, and I think that sounded. I think you probably got the vibe that that was weird because
Yeah.
probably not everyone was united in that vibe.
Well,
So that would,
exactly.
yeah. So
And
like
so
if you're doing it in like this community, I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be vibing on it, even though like we may be doing it through a phone or like something else or through like chat. Like the context is like assumed to be different because people are gonna be on board.
yeah, you're right. Like that so that's my initial vibe. But Nick brought up a really good point, which is like the thing I was considering is like the analog
I thought
version.
you were talking about like at a church, at like a corporate church, not like Marine Corps. Which
Well,
like
I've done
I could see both of them being
yeah,
valid in certain points, but also both of them being invalid in certain points.
I've
It's based off the vibe, in my opinion.
well, I've literally done both. Like I've prayed in front of hundreds of people, like as like the prayer dude for Marines and for churches and like blah blah. Blah. But like that being said, it's like you're right. The vibe felt like even though I was like in the proper churchian position and blah blah blah, like if even as I was doing it, it felt wrong. Like there have been some times when, as the head of the
Well,
household, like
that's what you
extended
listen to.
family holiday dinners where I'm expected to pray, and I do so because like I'm expected to as the head of like the head of the family, like the head of the extended family. Like that's my job, so I do the prayer, but like even as I'm saying the words, I feel weird. And I don't want any of that weird vibe to even touch Good Morning Gravy. And so that's why I want to be so conservative. It's like I do care about Bedridden Bear. I
No, I
do
get
want
you.
to pray for her healing, and
Well,
I
I
do
think
want to see her crush.
I
That
don't
being
know.
said, is I want to approach that like prayerfully doing that in the most like responsible way possible. And because I've been put in those kinds of like authoritative spiritual positions before, and I've felt how dirty it feels, I don't want to repeat that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Well, I mean, I would say because I don't even understand the context of what you're setting up for that thing. So, like, even before you explain what you're gonna explain what that is, or before I see you do it in actuality next time, um,
Yeah, fuck it.
I would
I'm
say
gonna, I'm
that.
gonna do it. I'm gonna pray for Bedridden Bear tomorrow, and let me know how genuine that seems, and if it was like a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just gonna fucking pull the trigger, like take a leap of faith, see how it feels. Like
There you
obviously,
go.
Bedridden Bear, I'm gonna pray for you in private so that it actually fucking counts and matters. Blah blah blah. But like, I'm
There
also
you
gonna do that like
there you
on
go.
the stream, and we're gonna see how it feels. And Scuzzy, like, let me know like if I failed or if it like works, and if that's something that we can do.
Sure. I mean, I was about to say that I would just think that no, like, and I was about to say something semi-contrary to what you just said, but
Ooh,
I just vibed to what you were saying. You just
check.
took ownership to it, and I'm on board. I'd support you in that. Sounds good. Um, but I was gonna say like, cause I don't have a lot of fucking experience with this shit. So like my shit with a grain of salt. Um, I was gonna say like, well, maybe if it's not something like centered around it, because I'm coming from the framework where I'm thinking that your good morning gravy is gonna
You're
be.
welcome. Hmm.
I'm coming from the perspective that your good morning gravy was gonna be like revelatory talk, like talking, putting together big concepts or something like that. Not that it's gonna be your like godly talk. So I was coming from that, and I thought you were just gonna like integrate some like praise into it, and like that could totally work. But I was gonna be like, well, maybe if you're not doing like something that's like all like that's like churchy, like church sent, like like a church vibe. Like if you're gonna do something
Like
that's like God centered,
the
then like
vibe that I'm
I
coming
would,
from
yeah,
is late night with JapJap. I thoroughly enjoy it. So much fun to talk to like all the bears. That
yeah.
being said, when you break it down Barney style, it's a drunken asshole talking to his friends online. So that being said, that
This
that
fucking
like,
asshole.
all that energy and like just like all these positive vibes that I've received from the bear community, just from late night with Jab Jab, just from being drunk and talking to my buddies. Like I want to provide a service, like give back to the bear community. And so, Good Morning Gravy is my first attempt at doing that. Is because like a lot of bears are like, oh, Jap Jap, you know a lot about the Bible, and like that's a consistent theme that I
Oh,
see in a variety of ways. And
okay. Well, I just assumed it was going to be something different than what you're saying it's going to be. So then, cool. Like I said, I'm on board with it. As soon as you were like, I'm just going to do it, like I got the total vibe that you were like, like you, like I heard that it made sense in your head,
Mhm.
and I like heard your conviction, and I was like, well, if he's got that going on, then it's going to be good.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm trying to work out is like one thing that I've struggled with. I've caught myself twice, literally once on each stream, is the Good Morning Gravy is I don't want to curse. And so the
Oh
first
yeah, I
stream,
caught that part.
yeah, I said fuck on accident the first stream, and then I said damn. on accident the second stream, and like I'm like that's actually surprisingly difficult for me, is to express my thoughts in a coherent manner without using curse words, and I find that
Vulgarities.
yeah, I find that like really like a fun, challenging thing because
Common speak.
like well like,
You
so we get in
fucking
various patterns. And so whether it's so it's like I guess a workout equivalent would be like, let's say all you do is barbell bench press, and you're like, "Raw, I'm super strong doing barbell bench press," but you never do dumbbell chest flies, so that portion of your chest is weak. And so if you just rhetorically approach things in one way and you never diversify, then yeah, you can have one really really good rhetorical device. But
Yeah.
then when someone like tries to expand on that, then you lose your fucking mind and then you look like a retard.
It's a good point. You gotta diversify your stacks.
Diversity is strength.
You gotta diversify your portfolio. Oh, you need to have your hands in every side of the war.
If there's a war and you don't have your hands in both pockets, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, and these guys are just out there trying to grab dicks like faggots. Yeah, bedridden. I'll have to watch your stream later. I didn't get the chance to see it, but I plan on it.
Bedridden Bear, farewell. I will be awake 11, 12. So I'll be awake, I'll be streaming 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 8 hours is going to be, or 8 hours and 6 minutes is going to be Good Morning Gravy, episode 3. Good night and sweet dreams. Shameless self-plug.
Wait, can we... Here, let's test something. Let's test something out. So, so fucking Instagram has been lax. Here, I'm opening. I got some Pocky. I got. Where the fuck is it? And some fucking candy. I haven't been eating any fucking sugar for like a long ass time. Wait, I got some Pocky sticks.
Those are Pokey sticks. Those are Japanese treats. How dare you pronounce them wrong?
Pocky.
Pokey.
Pocky.
Pokey. Pokey, how dare you?
Pocky.
Like, literally, that was my favorite snack growing up as a Japanese fucking child.
All of my Chinaman friends call it Pocky.
Well, they're fucking wrong because they're Chinamen. I'm Japanese.
I'm just hammering this home because...
Well, like, it's funny for me because, like, I'm making a joke of it, but, like, low-key, I'm, like, legitimately, like butthurt that you're pronouncing it wrong. And I don't know why. And so I'm trying to make a joke of it so that I can unfuck myself.
Chinaman trunk.
Chinaman, how dare you? How dare you? Chinaman.
All right, fine, whatever. Pokey.
Yes.
I've literally never heard it pronounced that way. And I know lots of Japs. But, you know, you're my only Jap that I know right now that I respect. So, whatever, bud. You fucking win.
Woo!
You fucking cunt.
Yeah, fuck you too, right?
Hey, fuck you.
We have another hour and 3 minutes to shamelessly talk shit to each other. And then we have to be nice again.
Oh, fuck.
So how does the shit talking actually calm down when it's not Aggro Friday, or is that just like an excuse to like talk extra shit?
Wait, what number time is it where you are?
It is 22:57. So almost 11 p.m.
Oh, same here. We're on the same time right now.
So you're on a no nonsense time because Arizona doesn't play with daylight
No, I'm
saving.
not. No, I'm not on no nonsense time because I'm in a different longitude.
Oh, so you do have to play daylight saving times. You just happen to have the same time as me right now.
Yeah. Or I've known a lot of Japs, but you're the only one I know and respect right now. Anyway, fuck, what was I gonna say?
Oh no, I'm not a mind reader, bro.
How dare you? Were you some kind of fucking pleb? You can't fucking read minds?
I'm a heart reader, bro. I'm not a mind reader. How dare you? I read the person's heart.
um. Oh, did you catch my fucking post, dude? Last night I had a fucking. You know when you like keep go. Do you ever have dreams where you keep going back into the dream
Yes,
like multiple times in the night?
sometimes.
And it like advances. Do you ever take advantage of that situation to like work like lucidly in it?
Most times I'm put in those situations in like the dream realm. It's like sexually tempting situations. And so my only thought is get the fuck out.
Oh, there there was something that was kind of like that in this one, but it wasn't something I was taking up. I I ended up I ended up well, I was talking about it with
Fuck
someone.
you, Nick.
What the fuck, man?
Dude, that's Nick. He just
Are you
wants to fuck dude.
are you just here we gotta, and how does that make you feel? Is it
So like before you continue, like the last dream I had like this, um it was like a really like compromising situation with a really specific person that I know personally. But like in the actual physical real world, there's no reason why I would ever have any like physical desires for her. And but in the like, dream
yeah?
realm, it was like this is something that needs to happen. And I was literally horrified at like
I just ruined the sanctity of your stream.
and when I finally made that decision of like no, this is not like something that's honoring God, like she has a husband, like no, then that's when in my dream
Fucking
like, and like aspect of the entity revealed itself. Like oh shit, I had a dream like dude JapJap we fuck. Ah fuck you Nick.
dick.
Ah!
uh,
I have no words for how disgusting that is.
I do. Down the drain with you.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, that was perfect. But by the way, I only washed one hand because I only touched my dick with that one hand.
Yeah, justify it however you want, asshole.
Hey, only punk bitch poison plebs wash their hands.
Welder Bear, he just called
Welder
you
Bear.
a pleb bitch. What's your response to that? Like, you just joined the stream as an innocent bear, and Scuzzy Wombat's like, Welder Bear's a pleb ass bitch. What's your response, bro? Are you just gonna take it?
Try me, bitch. Hey, no, actually, Welder Bear, I tried to ask you a question like months ago about getting welding experience. I've since oh, he's gone.
Is he? That's a
I
bummer.
think so.
I think I scared him.
I think he's but I tried to ask him a question like come on guys, let's read that again. Oh, what the fuck? No, dude. Uh, same shit, dude. Every kid knows, dude. That's why I'm saying, like, you gotta address your kid shit because your kid shit is the smartest shit. You know, it's the most unfucked with shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
get what you're saying. You're just not verbalizing it in a very coherent fashion.
no, like kids don't want to get their hair cut. Kids want to play in dirt. Kids don't want to wash their hands.
Well, but why? Why don't kids want to get their hair cut? Do they know that like do they like subconsciously know that cutting your hair cuts off your neurological connections? Do they not want to wash their hands because they know that interacting with the dirt increases their immunity systems?
They don't know it by those terms, but they know it inherently.
Dude, that's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Voice, whatever the hell the rest of your name is, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. I'm eating pokey and talking shit to JapJap. No. I'm eating Pocky and talking shit to JapJap.
Yeah. You've already naturally submitted to my will, so you had to correct yourself to fuck with me and insult me.
And she's gone.
And she's gone.
Oh no, I was gonna say that was actually what I was gonna say. Is yeah, so Instagram has been lax on like the timing of shit. I don't know if they're just gonna turn the bug into a feature. They're probably just like sliding it in.
Well, I think they're probably trying.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Yes.
I think they're probably trying to slide it in to see like, oh, if we let our corrupted like influencers speak longer, can we increase our level of reach? I don't
Probably.
think it's gonna work, and they're probably gonna pull it back eventually.
I don't know. They definitely have the data stores and the bandwidth to run that shit now.
Ooh, yeah. If the purpose is not for like this, the main purpose is not for corruption, but for data collection. You're right.
Yeah.
That would be a valuable asset.
Yeah.
Huh. A lot of factors at play there. That's for sure.
You fucking shit cunts Instagram. You guys touch butts. Bags.
Instagram, go fuck yourself. Nick,
I'm
I'm so fucking smart. Yes, Nick, you're the fucking special boy. Now shut the fuck up and go build your wooden fence.
Get back to work.
Nick is like, but Scuzzy Wombat, it's dark outside, and it's cool because I live on top of a mountain. Hey, Nick, stop grabbling your hands from the cold and go build your fucking fence.
Hey Nick, no one gives a shit. Actually, we do give a shit. That's what I was gonna say. Actually, I was gonna say. So they're allowing the whatever. That's kind of not correlated, but it was a segue into. I'm gonna see if I can invite. So Bedridden was like, do a 3-way stream, and I don't even know if that's a thing. That would be great if it's a thing.
It's not.
But it's not.
Yeah, Bajo Bear looked into it. It's not.
Fuck salt.
Oh, but side note before you continue. Hey,
What?
Nick, if I come over for Thanksgiving, like
Will you
I'm
let
thinking
Jack
like about
all
spending a
turkey?
like I know your wife is totally willing to make me a bed and shit, and that's amazing. But how likely is it that I won't freeze to death if I spend the night in a tent?
Dude, just bring lots of layers.
Possibly. So like,
Just get prepped. Bring your fucking Michelin Man
Nick is
suit.
talking to us. He is also like offered like me a place at his table at Friendsgiving, which I'm curious about, which is what I'm asking about. But at the same
That's
time,
dope.
oh yeah, dude, Nick is fucking a legend.
I gathered as much. Nick seems like a real ass nigga.
Well, see, Nick, you say that, and you're gonna be amazing at it no matter what. But last time, like in my hungover, retarded nature, I didn't make my bed, and I thus shamed myself. And I legitimately feel bad about that.
Uh-oh. Now JapJap has to go commit Sudoku.
Dude, that's what I'm like, oh, not considering that level of shame. But it's like Nick's wife, like Nick made me dinner, and then
Boom.
Nick's wife made me like a place to sleep, and I was so much of an asshole that I didn't like clean up properly after myself. I've been feeling shame since I've left fucking Nick's place. Like we joke about it, but like legit, it's the Japanese like shame in me.
No, not suicide. No, he has to sit like a fucking boomer on his porch and fill out like 8 fucking Sudoku puzzles. For shame.
Nick, if you make me sit on your porch and fill out 8 Sudoku puzzles, I will punch you in the throat. Oh, bedridden bear, God just smiled at you. That sounds interesting. What's up, girl?
Proverbs 4:18. What's that one? Pull your I don't have mine close. I mean, I guess I could get up, but you're at the computer.
Proverbs 4:18. The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter to the full light of day.
Read that again.
The path of righteousness is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter to the full light of day. Yeah, Nick, literally just give me a fucking sleeping pad and I would feel way more comfortable.
Nice, bedridden.
What did you just say?
Oh, she said 3:18.
Ah, must be nice, bedridden bear, to have the proper verse of Proverbs. Oh, she just said, she is a tree of life to those who take hold of her. Those who hold her fast will be blessed. Well, question 1, what is the context? Who is her with context of Proverbs 3? My guess is her references wisdom, but I don't have the whole Bible memorized, so let's find out. Who is her in Proverbs chapter 3? 9, 8, 7, 6. Commentary.
Yeah, and JapJap, on the subject of accommodations and shit, I
Uh-huh.
usually go low tech. Like that's my accommodations. They offered me their bed, but I'm like, I'll just bring two wait, I'll just bring my two sleeping bags and lay it on the floor. Cause then whenever I go like somewhere else, I'm usually just like, I'll sleep on the floor. Cause it straightens out your back. Although I haven't been sleeping on my back, I've been sleeping on my chest.
Well, yeah, like I generally Donkey Kong Bear, welcome, welcome. Like generally, I haven't been like a guest at other people's places.
Oh, that's right. That's Donkey Kong.
Yeah, dude,
Eh.
Donkey Kong's a legend. But like when I was at Nick's place,
Are you
like
threatening
it was
me?
the first like one of the first times I'd been a guest in a long time, and like the overwhelming level of hospitality, like I was like, and honestly, I'm way more comfortable with this like Nick, listen, like for Friendsgiving, tell me, hey asshole, bring a sleeping bag, and I'm gonna point to a corner in the floor where you're gonna sleep. Courage Bear, welcome, brother. Because like Nick, like if you just give me a corner and tell me where to sleep, and I bring my own sleeping bag, I know that kind of grates you because you're a wonderful host. But me,
Oh,
I
I
feel
get
more
it, Bedouin.
comfortable that way.
All right, cool.
All right,
Cool,
so
Bedouin. Have a good night rest.
if you could read the comments for a little bit, I'm gonna try
Yeah,
and get some context of Proverbs chapter 3 real quick.
yeah. So Donkey Kong came into chat, and I threw him a banana,
It's a
expecting him
she,
to chase it. I
donkey
threw him a
male.
banana, and I think that Donkey Kong is obliged to do tricks for the banana. That's only it's only normal. Um, Courage Bear entered the chat, and he said, "Hello, fellow bears," and I'm gonna say, "Hello, Fed." Hello, fellow teenagers.
All right, yeah. So the context for Proverbs 3:18 is so Proverbs chapter 3 I find interesting because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like I literally have over 10 specifically highlighted sections of Proverbs 3. So at some point in my past, I did a deep dive study and specifically highlighted like like specific portions
What
of
are they saying?
chapter 3 for specific reasons. And now that I'm looking back at it for context, it happens to be really useful. So, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 18 says, she is a tree of life to those who take hold of her. Those who hold her fast will be blessed. Question one, who the fuck is her? So,
Yeah. Do you have something highlighted?
I go to so verse 18 is the end of the blue highlighted section. So let's go to the beginning of the blue highlighted section and read what I've previously studied.
Okay.
So it starts at verse 13. So instead of just
Don't
one,
withhold the
now we
gravy.
have 5 verses. Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding. For she, referencing wisdom,
Oh, I
is
said
more
him.
profitable than silver and yields better return than gold. She, referring to wisdom, is more precious than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand, and in her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. And then verse 18, she's a tree of life to those who take hold of her. and those who hold fast will be blessed. So do you see where, like, it's a little bit more context, like, who the fuck is her? And just a couple of verses prior, it's like, her is wisdom. And, like, it's not super clear in verse 13, but when you go back to the beginning of Proverbs and all the way through the book of Proverbs, the main feminine figure that is referenced with respect to specific valuable traits, that her is wisdom throughout the entirety of the book of Proverbs, except for Proverbs chapter 31, in which the her is the ideal woman that is described by the Lord through the words of King Solomon in the book of Proverbs.
Oh, sweet. That's good. That's freaking, that's great.
Context, bro. Super great.
Yeah, it is. Without context, y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
So what's going on, bro?
Wait, let's get back to. Oh yeah. So that dream, it was something. I thought it was like here in the mountains somewhere, like not here where I am. I think it felt like it was like somewhere up like by like a ski resort or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like some crazy place, and there was some weird thing, and I was like traversing some shit. But sometime recently, like I think it was in a bear chat, we're having some discussion about lucid dreaming and talking about flying. And I was like, I don't usually try to fly. Like that sounds cool, but that's usually like not on my like list of
I would
things to
avoid
do.
it. So if
Well,
you have the potential for like you're in a dream, you're able to realize it and thus enter the lucid dreaming state, I would avoid flying. And the reason why I say that is because when you enter the lucid dreaming state, that is the borderline of spiritual consciousness in a way that we can't possibly comprehend. And when you go towards more the lucid dreaming state, you begin to enter the realm of astral projection. And that is the non-God honoring way of interacting with the spiritual realm.
Are you sure about that? Because before I ever had any influences, I had done stuff like that.
So the reason why I know this is because I have done both astral projection and spirit travel. And spirit travel is the God honoring way of interacting in the spirit realms. And so
Is that
even
like
though
me?
I have done like spirit travel, there have been times in which I've done spirit travel improperly and I've accidentally dishonored like entire like legions of angels, and I've like had repercussions in the spiritual realms for that. And without going into like nonsense like crazy terms. Basically like
Shit.
yeah, like there
Well,
like
I'm only
what's
the
up?
only thing I've ever tried to do is to like control to not like, well, like basically to avoid like a bad thing happening.
Well yeah, so like the more
Where
you
like
engage
something crazy is going on, I like try to pull myself out of a dream,
well so what
or I,
I'm
or I
yeah,
try to like end the
that's good.
situation,
That's good.
or like,
So
or my guilty pleasure is Hulk jumping. So that's what I was gonna say. Is usually I'll end up being like a thing like I'm gonna go over here, and then I just start leaping over trees. But then
so
last night, after having talked about flying, I made an attempt to fly, and I got tripped up. And when I woke up, I realized it was because my legs were tied up in my sleeping bag, and so I was like flying, like kilted off sideways. So I was just like turning left, but I wasn't like I don't know. I don't think I was doing anything weird.
Well, so
Like
that was a physical
I,
repercussion
I
in
just
the
dig.
spiritual realms of like what was going on. And so to answer Nick, you're right. Dreams are gifts from God, and manipulating dreams are not necessarily always a bad thing. If so, spirit travel is referenced in the Old Testament, and it is a thing that most of us, myself included, do not fully understand in any way, shape, or form. That being said, is we also don't understand how astral projection really works. But from the studies that I have done, is the best analogy of astral projection is when your spirit is off doing astral projection things, your physical body is an empty vessel for any demonic presence to enter while your spirit is gone doing astral projection things. The reason why spirit travel is different is because spirit travel is God has specifically instructed your spirit to go do XYZ. And so as your spirit is away from your physical body, the Lord or God is protecting your physical body from those spiritual incursions. And I've talked to tons of people who are like
Mm-hmm.
tons of people who have done
Okay.
spiritual like astral projection. I've talked to tons of people who've done spirit travel, and I've kind of like done my best to gather all the gravy from both camps, and then assimilate that information with biblical concepts, and like this is the best I'm doing. So I'm not like, oh, this is what it is, this is what it's not, but according to what I've been exposed to, this is my best guess. And
Yeah,
like
yeah, I've heard that.
according to my best guess is when you're in those moments of like borderline lucid dreaming, when you have the potential to basically take command of the dream. I find for me, like you could be like way more saintly than I am. I hope you are, but for me personally, when I'm in those dreaming moments, when I succumb to, oh, I want to take control of my dream, I'm almost instantly presented with some sort of temptation. Whether it's, oh, you can now
Oh,
be invisible
dude, I
and
think
do
that was.
XYZ. Oh, now you can fly and do XYZ. Now you can have this superpower and do XYZ. And that
I
may
think that
not
was
be.
part of the weird temptation thing last night. Was there was some. I don't know. I see. Like, I don't think I even really get tempted by it because I have my like priorities so set that
Nice.
like, huh? Why? Be like, why are you gay? Or like, why are you
Yeah.
acting like a whore? Or like, why are you trying to make an offer to me? But like I think there was that like after a couple of times of going back into that dream. Like at first I was like, what is this dream? And then I was like back in it and I was like, what is this dream? So there's obviously like something. And then like when you have something going on, like I think like when you're dreaming and you're trying to do that, yeah, like you'll be like vulnerable. Like
Well, so like
when
I've had
you're
friends.
in a dream state and also when you're like trying to do something in a dream state, like yeah, I think that checks out. Um, but then something clicks in for me there where I'm like, okay, I want to be protected in this, or like I
Yeah.
try to protect myself in it. And I don't know if I'm just like inherently like asking God to like protect me in that, or if I'm like doing the like following a good path in it. Because I think there was something that somewhat resembled that, and I've heard of people talking about like uh fucking coming on themselves in the night being like that kind of thing.
That's what I was
Uh,
about to tell you. Is one of my close
There's like,
friends that I went to high school with. Have you ever heard of a succubus?
yeah, that's the only time I've ever heard of this.
Yeah, and so like he was like me and him we started this a couple years ago where we were accountability or we've been accountability partners for like, oh hey man, I fucked up. I masturbated today. And like me and him are super honest with each other about that. And in that whole journey, there's been a couple of times where in his dreams he was literally been assaulted and raped by like a succubus. And like there's like the stories he tell, like because of like we have years of honest friendship and he tells me everything. I tell not everything, but we tell each other most things. Like when he tells me these crazy horrific stories with so much guilt and just like shame in his voice, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, you just went through that. It's not like, oh, you're being a trickster, you're making up that story for sympathy. No, it's like, I trust you, I love you, we have a decades long relationship. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
some gnarly shit.
how the fuck can I help you?
That's kind of funny because, like, I never really, like, I thought it was weird. I always kind of thought, like, I never really, like, had, like, any sex dreams. I think I have, like, maybe had, like, a few throughout my life. But I've never, like, you know, like, on myself in my sleep. Like, except for, I think, like, a few times. And I don't think that they were tied to dreams. Which is like fucking weird, but because I think that's gross. But
Well, yeah, super gross. Like you wake up and you're like, squirt, how dare me?
yeah, but no,
Oh,
like
dude, Nick. Nick is actually like the leading authority on this. Now that I think about it, Nick, I don't want to like expose your personal beliefs, but from what you've told me, you're the leading expert on this. Now that I think about this, so if you want to like weigh in, brother. Like long story short, Nick is super disciplined. Hard R Bear, welcome, welcome.
yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want to jump in. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, most of my things are like I'm really good at like pulling myself out, and usually it's just me like either waking myself up or just like ending the dream, which it ends up being like a like you know, like everything like kind of fades out, and then like I'm just like back to sleep or something, or I'll be like almost like awake kind of thing, you know, where I'm like not dreaming anymore, but I'm just like I know like I'm just lying there
Mm-hmm.
or something like that, where I'm not really like up, but I'm like conscious but with my eyes closed.
Yeah,
Um,
that's my big weak point is that kind of state, and that's what I'm working on right now. Is like, for the most part, it's super
what do
easy.
you mean?
Like, so like there's like nine
Like pulling
times out of 10.
out of a dream?
Say again?
Like pulling yourself out of a dream?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So like 9 times out of 10, like in the morning, like I'm in like a dream and like I am fully conscious, even though I'm asleep, of like the spiritual like manipulations that are going on, and I'm like actively fighting it. And generally, when I wake up, it's a
Dude,
good like
this is
half
so
hour to an
weird.
hour long conflict almost every morning. And
Huh.
then like I finally fully wake up, get out of the dream, and then I'm able to get out of bed. But like for me, just like almost every morning, that constant spiritual conflict in the dream realm is very real.
Hmm. So this is kind of funny because like I've given this piece of advice a couple of times, or like my little 2 cents on these things,
Hmm.
and like I don't know how fucking helpful this is, but it's like it's pretty fucking solid. But it sounds kind of dumb. I think I feel like, but um, you gotta just get bored of it. Like you gotta just like have or like I do this where I just kind of get so fucking bored of it. I'm just like, I'm gonna do something else.
Well, yeah,
You know,
very valid point.
like I'm like, fuck this dream. You know,
Well, yeah,
it's
I totally get where you're coming from because,
like in a sense,
and
it's like just like I got no priority in this. I'm gonna drop this.
yeah, so like I totally get where you're coming from because like before I entered the season, I had an issue with like being very promiscuous, and about 2 or 3 years ago, I kind of had that moment where I was like, I'm just fucking bored with this. Like, what am I gonna do? Is keep like banging girls? Like that does nothing for me, and I just got bored with it. And you're right, like very very similar kind of thing, but I feel like it's a different kind of like spiritual vibe where me being promiscuous was a choice that I made, and like these spiritual struggles that I deal with in the morning, like it's not necessarily of my choice. But you are right. If it like the hypothesis stands, if I change my behavior and my patterns to such a degree,
Yeah,
then that will change my mindset to such a degree that these things will no longer be an issue.
yeah. Like
100% agree.
that's probably the underlying basis. Because like I've done a lot of shit in the meantime from like, because like yeah, I I don't yeah, I wasn't like able to do this shit like uh this much like my whole life. I guess I used to have like dreams where I wouldn't like I would like keep dealing with it and then like nothing ever super crazy, but like just like have a dream and have a dream over and over again and it wouldn't be like any kind of like bad dream, it would just be some like retarded like fucking nonsensical thing. And I'd be
Hmm.
like, why am I fucking here like at school taking the trash out or some shit? Like some fucking pointless. And I'm like, what a fucking waste of like sleep. Like, but but like in that, I wouldn't be able to like snap out of it. But I guess there's a lot of things that I've done in the meantime that have probably contributed to me being able to be like, all right, next, or like be like, I'd rather just deep sleep, you know, just be like, all right, kick myself out of this, check my perimeter, and then shut my eyes again and go to deep sleep, or something like that. Fuck, maybe it has some. Dude, did you ever do this? I don't know if we did talk about this. Here, maybe I'm forgetting something now. When we were talking about MMA and shit, or fucking Marines, I did the Marine Military Academy. During that, I learned how to sleep with my eyes open, which resulted in some very fucking dry eyes in the morning.
Obviously.
um, but learning how to do that will make sure no one touches your fucking shit. um, and also, I'm pretty sure it fucks with your sleep.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
like it's a weird thing to do. I don't know if that's like screwy on like your. It's probably it's almost most definitely screwy on your level of like sleep you're able to have. But I don't know if it's screwy like on like your spirituality of your sleep. Um, I think it probably just made. I feel like through experience, I think it just like made my sleep trash. Um, but like I don't know if you're
With
like
trash
you're
sleep, that leads to a lower potential for spiritual regeneration through sleep. So yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, that's true. But like I was thinking in the aspect of being like vulnerable or something, and it would probably leave me like less vulnerable, but just me being vulnerable on the physical realm because I would be like tired and having missed out on sleep.
Well, in addition to be tired on the physical level, like because of your lack of spiritual regeneration, you're also more vulnerable to like in the spiritual way. So like physically, like we're just having a conversation, but spiritually, if you're the more tired you are, the more likely you are to have what is in the Zeitgeist known as Freudian slips, but basically to say things that you didn't mean to say. And so the
Oh
less
yeah,
of an individual you are, then the more of a liability that is.
yeah, like wearing you down.
Yeah, like that's literally what I dealt with. Have you ever heard of NCIS?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
You told
arrested
me you
me
got.
twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whole fucking thing.
That's some dog shit.
Certainly less
That's
than
some
ideal.
that's some white dog shit, bud.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, I gotta try that. I gotta try fucking praying in my sleep. That'll probably be something new for me. I don't know. Maybe I've done that. I can't remember, but I'm gonna fucking try that.
Do you have the app Bible Gateway on your phone?
I think I do. I think I just got that recently.
So,
And
before you go to bed,
doesn't it
pick,
have a read it to you function?
yes, that's what I'm saying. Before you go to
Oh,
bed, activate the read it function on some random book in the Bible in the Old Testament.
I
And
just play it to myself while I fall asleep.
yes, because even as your physical body is asleep, your spirit is still hearing the word of God.
Oh, I know, dude. Omelette du fromage.
Well, and then on top of that, like you
You
wake
know what I'm
up
talking about?
and literally the second you wake up, the first words you hear are from the word of God.
That's pretty dank.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's
Like,
pretty dank.
I've
Oh,
been
I
doing
can't.
it for a while now, and it's fucking dank as shit.
That's pretty sweet. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about when I say omelette du fromage?
Yeah, man.
Fucking Dexter's Lab, where he tries to learn French, and the fucking thing starts skipping, and he just learns omelette du fromage.
That was one of the best, like, old school cartoons.
Huh?
That was one of the best old school cartoons.
Dude, my car's called Dexter.
Marcus Grimes, welcome, welcome. Wait, your car's named Dexter?
I called my car Dexter.
As a male, you named your car a male name. Are you a homo?
No, but it's also kind of because it's dexterous, because my car is very nimble.
Hmm. Dexterous makes sense. Dexter is homo. That's why I named my rifle Susie.
That's good. But there's also a thing, but also, you know what? It's also kind of counter to admiralty, um, because all all ships, all ship vessels are supposed to be named female names, because they give birth and they go into port and blah blah blah. And then under admiralty they try to register, or they try to refer to your cars as vessels, but you can undo that. There's stuff you can do to undo that, or you
Right.
can set the status properly or undo that. But that was also part of my thing, is like, nah, nigga. Dexter. And also, you might say this is also weird, but I had a horse and his name was Danzig, and so I rode a male horse. But I think that's
Danzig.
I think I
Why
think
do I
that's
know that name? Was that a
so
famous battle?
so it is. It is, but I never knew of it. So It's a city in Spain, and it's also a band. And I've heard other people say that it's like whatever the band, but I never knew the band.
Danzig. All right, band comes
Oh
up.
yeah, Donkey Kong. Fucking court thing's going great. Like they gave me like a loaded clip to fucking slap into my fucking AR. They postponed. They uh they interfered with my right to a swift and just trial and procedure. They discriminated on me due to both health condition and religious belief, and yeah, a couple other things. It's these guys are like retarded. It's not going to be good for them. And it was funny because I went in there and I said all my stuff right and I did it all good. I prayed in the church or the court lobby. They like wasted all my fucking time. But also I ran into a fellow follower of Jesus and he was like, "Hey man, you a follower of Jesus?" He saw me praying on my Bible, like just sitting there.
Nice.
And he was like, "Hey man, you a follower of Jesus?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Amen, man, me too." I was like, "Sweet, fuck yeah." And then also, I think I ran into like one of my cousins, like, and I don't know like any of my family, like on my blood side, and I think that it like lined up. So I think I have like a cousin around here. And there was a couple other good things, but those are the ones I'm like talking about. But
You
yeah,
told me about your potential cousin yesterday, because I do remember that.
I think so.
That sounds familiar. I think my memory is becoming less retarded.
Did I just fuck my? Oh shit, man, this thing might be getting fucked.
What did you just fuck up?
It's not doing it right now, but I might have. My fucking nice headphones might be going out.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, and then also I've been listening to a shit ton of the guys people coming out of the woodwork, getting experience with just like constitutional and like basic law and things, and it's like it's really funny because I've been like looking into this stuff for a while, but all the things that I've tried to do before, like I had the right intention, but I didn't know how to do. Yeah. So I was able to dodge all that admiralty shit because I went in there and I stated myself proper.
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. And I reserved all my rights. I waived none. I took advantage of my right to a continuation of process for purpose of legal and lawful preparation. And I asked for that was the other thing. I asked for a month, and they gave me 2, and they also tried. Oh, and they also tried to tell me, well, the judge. I should tell you this. I got how dare you. So I probably told you this yesterday. I'll say it again. I got fucking how dare you so fucking hard. I got like railed on by the judge for like 5 minutes for like, you're the only motherfucker that's ever like refused to wear a mask. And I was
I
like,
remember you telling me that.
that's a good thing, right? Well, I didn't say anything, but I was just like, what? Like she was also like, wouldn't let me fucking say shit. It's so funny. And yeah, it's so fucked. That just means I'm like the strongest dude around.
Pretty
the
much.
strong that she's seen. You know, everyone else is just not getting tickets. But yeah, I left and I was just laughing. I got out of the fucking court parking lot and I was just like, oh, I'm shaking in my space boots. Oh. I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
I totally feel that vibe.
Dude, I was like, this is some funny fucking shit. But yeah, yeah, dude, and there's gonna be a bunch of that shit that honestly will probably okay. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of this. I don't know. Okay, if anybody's privy or wants to try to take this on, I would encourage them. Because once you start getting it down, it doesn't take all. I've yet to finish the process. So I'll be reporting back in once I've finished the process. But these people are also giving solid stuff. They're not. So I've done other processes which were more involved, which required more shit because it was on a different level. And that shit's like kind of difficulty. Well, you're not fighting. You're just stating. That's the thing. You're not. You're not fighting for anything. They're making so people have not taken advantage of their rights, or people have not displayed or exercised their knowledge of their rights in so long that it's been a signal to these fuckheads that they think they can just fucking take whatever the fuck they want. But might be fucking nice.
Welcome, Trina. All right, but before we continue on to another wonderful topic that we talk about for 20 minutes,
What's up?
I want to go to bed because I've got to be up in 4.5 hours.
I thought you said 8 hours.
Well, that was assuming that I was going to wake up at 6, and that was hours ago. And I may have done my math wrong because I'm a retard. But all I know is right now it's 11:50, and if I fall asleep in the next 10 minutes, then I get 4 hours of sleep. And that'd be great.
Hey, bro. Yeah. Anybody on the chat right now that wants to be a upstanding man or woman, the concepts that are being exercised here are actually quite basic. And
I've got 10 minutes left to be an asshole. Hey, everyone, Scuzzy Wombat, shut the fuck up. Everybody, Scuzzy Wombat's going to do another fucking stream right after this. So listen to him. He's wise. Hey, Scuzzy Wombat, fuck you. And so he's going to do a stream. And then
you want to fuck on me? I fuck on you.
I lost character.
Keep talking wrong.
All right, so but seriously, though, before I go to bed, what happens tomorrow? Do I just stop talking shit on the Discord chat or what?
Fuck you, bitch.
Oh, that was comedically timed well.
Oh, Nick, you want to talk fucking shitheads and actual natural law? Yeah, Donkey Kong. Let's throw barrels.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. Everybody, Scuzzy Wombat is now obligated to do a fucking stream.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fuck you, asshole.
What if I just take the torch and then throw it in my fireplace?
Well, you can do that where you're just fucking yourself. So
Well, I'm gonna start the fire and then I'm gonna start the stream. Wait, is the fire out? Fuck!
gracias.
Oh, the fire is out, but I still got embers.
Yeah, you gotta restart a fire.
All right, no, it's good. I still got it. All right.
Appreciate.com. All right, everybody. Good night.
Night.
God bless. And Scuzzy Wombat's doing his stream in 2 seconds. So enjoy.
All right, I'll see you guys in a sec.
Later, everybody.
I'm gonna start this bitch.
Word. Good luck, brother. Have a good time.
You too, bud.
Thanks, mate.